tonight. If I can do a couple of tidy work here, if I can remind everybody to make sure your phones are off. Not ringing. You don't have to have them off, just have them on silent. We've got a good number of people for comments. So if you will also, I'll remind council also and the public that this is public comment. So if you'll provide your comments, we have your phone numbers and stuff down here. The city manager will contact you back with updates on anything that you need. Just provide your comments to us and your concerns, your praises, whatever you need to bring to the table. And then that way we can move forward. I appreciate y'all coming tonight. Today is Tuesday, September the 2nd, 2025. City of Darlington City Council regular meeting. Appreciate you coming. If you would invite you to bow your heads with a word of prayer for us tonight. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this night. Thank you for the time that we have to come together to work for you, Lord, and work for the city of Darlington, Lord, that will be a shining testimony for you that all the world can see that everything that we do is honor and glorify your name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. You'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
A couple of chairs behind you. You mind taking those chairs down here? Oh, we're still staying. If I could, Mr. Mayor. Will we all stand for a silent prayer for our deceased employee, Mr. McCray? If y'all will stand to your feet and have a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll have approval of the regular city council meeting, August 12th, 2025. Do I have a motion to approve that?
Before we get into that, can we do a little housekeeping?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We're supposed to.
Yeah, I'd like to amend the agenda just to switch the order of a couple of things. So we have item number 3 under new business. I would like to move that up to item number 1. And then item number 5, I would like to fall in line behind the trash truck pickup, which is now item number 1.
So 5 is 2 now?
Yes, ma'am. Technically it would be 3, but yes, ma'am.
So we can do 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 5, 3. 2, 4, 1, 5, 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Keep it straight. Make sure I'm not going that way.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Craven, Mr. Steger, Mr. Reed, Ms. Backus. Okay, motion is carried. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bowles. All right, do I have a motion to approve the regular city council meeting August 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Millen, Mr. Craven, Mr. Steger, Mr. Reed, Ms. Backus. Good, motion is carried. Thank you. All right, council, citizens coming up to speak, make sure you remember to keep it to 5 minutes or under. We've got a good number here for us. I appreciate everybody coming up. If you will just give us your comments, we'll appreciate it. Chelsea Benjamin.
Chesley.
Chesley Benjamin.
They, 5 minutes, you said.
Yes, sir.
It takes me that long time to shoot. They appreciate y'all letting us come, appreciate what y'all do for the community. We live on Greenway Drive. It's a dead-end street. My wife has lived there for better say all her life. And another lady's lived there all her life. It's a quiet street. Every now and then it's interrupted by lawnmowers, weed blowers. but here lately it's not as quiet as it used to be. There's a tree company that moved in to the end of the dead-end street with trees, logging trucks coming in and out. To start with, they cut down a bunch of trees, and that was stuff. Being a tree person, it aggravated me to see all those trees cut down, but that's none of my business. It was his property, right? But they have very large trucks in and out. They even last week had a 18-wheeler come delivering equipment or something, and he had, it's such a small street, he had back from Spring Street all the way down our street, which is about 2 blocks. Mostly older people, younger than me, but live on the street. We have grandsons and granddaughters who play on the streets. And we're just concerned. He had built, was starting to build a very large building. I'd say around 40 foot tall, 30 to 40 foot tall. Had all the framework of the pylons up, and then all of a sudden he took them down. I don't know why, but it's very hard to go outside and to. I've got a bench I like to sit and read on the outside. It's hard to do it now because of distraction. But if there's anything y'all could do about this on Greenway Drive, I appreciate it. And appreciate your time. Did I make 5 minutes?
Minute and a half left.
No.
Thank you.
So may I give y'all out a sheet pertaining to all this, each person, so y'all could read more about it?
That's fine.
Can you do it now?
The city manager. Yes.
Just
I know this is not a time for comment, but if I could make one statement.
I've got a minute you could have.
I appreciate it. We are aware of the situation. We have been in contact no less than 2 times with the homeowner. His perception of the ordinance differs from our interpretation, and it is being followed up with. Unfortunately, he feels he, in his interpretation, does not have to move. But there is some background to that I can't get into. However, that's why the pylons came down, because we're not in agreement with his interpretation. So there is action, but that is a process.
Thank you.
All right, Albert Lynn.
I didn't quite hear what you were saying, but I'm gonna go ahead and I may repeat some of the same things that he repeated. But I live on Greenway Drive. I've lived there for over 40 years. Very quiet, serene little street. We have people that love to walk. We have children playing. We have kids and people from other neighborhoods that like to ride the golf cart down our street. Well, several months ago, we had a guy move into a house that's been vacant for over a year, and we were glad to see him come in. And he was making improvements, cutting down an awful lot of trees, which is his prerogative to do so. And didn't say anything at that time. He has yellow trucks, big yellow trucks. He has 3 or 4 of them that he has had in his yard. And what set me off was last week I came out of my driveway and I faced looking at his house. There was an 18-wheeler tanker truck there filling up 2 5-gallon plus tanks of fuel oil, gas, or whatever, I don't know what. But he was filling those tanks up. That kind of scared me. So I went to the code and I put in a complaint. And I talked to a Mr. Fowler, I believe, and I have not talked to him since then. He said that he was compiling data to find out what can be done. We're zoned an R10 residential area. And there's a chart that I've seen, anybody can look up online, and it shows 26 different companies or businesses that you can't have in an R10 area. And I think one of those suits, but he'll have to make that judgment. But because it's a dead-end street, he has to come all the way down with those trucks, go by everybody's house in the neighborhood. And several of people, ladies and families, have put up signs to tell them to slow down. They're going too fast. I think they probably have done that. But anyway, what we're asking council to do was to help us. We hate to lose the people, but we're asking council if you'll please help us to try to eliminate that business on our street. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Alscain.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I come to you tonight to talk to you about some concerns I have with code enforcement. Of course, I'm a builder, but I've got another issue. I received a letter a couple of weeks ago, a notice of violation for a lot that I have on Bacote Street and Farm Street. Said I was in violation, and the next notice I got, I was going to be going to court, could be fined, put in jail. So when I got the letter, immediately I go out to the lot to measure it, because I had a guy that's been cutting it. I wanted to make sure that I'd paid him to cut it, but I wanted to make sure he had cut it. On my way to the lot, I'm riding down Main Street, and there's land in the property in the right-of-way, and it's been taken care of now, it looks good. There was property in the right-of-way that the city's responsible for cutting that was 2 foot tall. And they want to send me a notice of violation, and there wasn't a blade of grass on my lot that was over 8 or 10 inches tall, and the ordinance says 18 inches tall. So we need to make sure that if you're going to be sending notices of violation, that there truly is a violation. Then when you start talking about taking somebody to court, number one, there's nobody in that department that's qualified or been approved to send a notice or send me a summons to go to court. And number two, the lady that signed it as the building official. Well, she's not a building official. The next thing is when it comes to inspections. I've got 2 projects going on right now. We're trying to finish one of them up on Warwick Street. It took me 4 weeks to get gas on that street. The inspector went out there twice or 3 times. I called him twice myself and asked him to go out there. I called and asked for an inspection, requested an inspection. And he says he never got the inspection. He never got the request. So I waited a week. I called the gas company and said, have y'all gotten a release? No, we hadn't gotten a release. So I called back up here. She said, waiting on the inspector. I called the inspector. He said he hadn't gotten notice to go out. So anyway, finally he goes out again. He calls her and sends her an email and says, it's good to go or it's good to be released. And she says, okay. Well, she didn't ever send a release to the gas company. He calls her and says, you know, what's going on? Why hadn't the gas release been sent to the gas company? She said, oh, I got your email. Said it was okay to release. And I responded, okay, but I thought that you sent the release. He said, no, I didn't send it. But anyway, we got that taken care of. I'm building a house on Greenway, Greenfield, what is it?
Green Street.
Green Street, I'm sorry, in the country club. It took me a month or 3 weeks to get power on that, same deal. So last week, we started putting in the plumbing in the foundation. I called her last Thursday morning about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Said, I want to request a in-the-slab plumbing inspection for Tuesday morning. We really can't request Tuesday or mornings or afternoon now that Safe Built's doing it. But anyway, she said that you don't want it tomorrow. I said, no, I don't want it tomorrow. It won't be ready tomorrow, but I want it Tuesday. Monday's gonna be a holiday. I want it Tuesday. So I reached out to the inspector this morning to make sure that he had gotten a request, and he said, I hadn't gotten an inspection request, but I'm gonna come on out anyway. I'll be there in about an hour. He came out, he did the inspection. So I talked to him later on, because I called her, when he approved that one, I called her and said, I need a slab inspection tomorrow. She said, okay, I'll get it scheduled. I called him this afternoon, and I said, did you ever get the end slab plumbing inspection? He said, no, I never got that one. I said, you probably won't get the slab inspection, but I've called for that one. So I'm gonna call him in the morning and see if he got it. And, hopefully he's gonna come on out. It's aggravating what we're having to deal with now because it's Safe Built. You can't call and request a morning inspection or an afternoon inspection. But when you're talking about concrete, some inspections is fine. But when you're talking about concrete, I got concrete lined up for tomorrow. So if she didn't send him an inspection request and he's not nice enough to come out at my request, then I've got to put my concrete off another day and may not get it the next day because, we had it scheduled in advance. So, she may not realize how important these inspections are, but, she needs to step it up a little bit and do what we ask her to do. We pay for these inspections, we pay for the permits and everything else. The least she can do is schedule them whenever we ask for them. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Kent. Mr. Mike Sprout?
My wife and I live at 310 Wyandotte. Back in 1990, I built my house. We talked then about either we were going to come in the city or not come in the city. I talked to the city manager, and he said, you ought to come on into the city. We can give you water now. It won't be long. We can give you sewer. So we made the decision to come on in 35 years ago. I see on the agenda tonight, you're going to talk about sewer, adding sewer on Asbury Street. I hope this is for somebody that's existing customer that's having problems and not for a new customer or new development. After 35 years of waiting on sewer, when we were told it won't be long, I think 35 years is longer than it won't be long. So before you do any more sewer like on Asbury Street, I would think that the city should worry about people that's been in the city 35 years. And, look at the tax base. Look how much money's been spent in zone Ward 1, Ward 2, and Ward 3. Ward 3 needs to get their fair share, so let's go ahead and do the sewer, finish the sewer on Wyandotte.
Thank you, Mr. Sprout. Mr. Blakeney?
I'm here to talk about the land situation that I have going on Coke Street. This past weekend again, like I've been complaining about, still got the snakes and field rats. What I'm here to ask y'all is that I found out that one of the landowners is from out of town. He's not from in South Carolina, period. He's from Virginia, whoever it is. What do y'all do as far as having them to be able to take care of, do what they need to do? Is there a process, a waiting period? Do you serve them a certified letter or anything to let them know that it still need to be done? Because this has been going on for years. And I would like to know if one of y'all would want to live beside something like that. Your family is in your backyard and you got snakes and field rats coming across your yard when your family's out there. After two of which have been brought up to the city council several times. I'm here to mention that to y'all because something needs to be done. I'm asking you again, please, can we look into that? Also.
Thank you, Mr. Blakeney. Ms. Hines?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm concerned about the trash truck. I'm concerned about the trash truck because, sanitation went up. Trash pickup and debris didn't get any better. And I know now, the trash, last week people calling me on the phone like I'm still a malleable on council, and I'm not. I would say that we get ourselves together and be concerned about a new trash truck, and I hope that's will be in your mind to do that. And I don't mind any streets being paved, but at this time, we need a trash truck for the citizens of Darlington. We spent $46,000 to pave one of the streets. I'm not saying it didn't need to be paved, but at this time, I think we need to get a trash truck to get this thing together so we can do it for the citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ernestine Lyde?
Yes. Good afternoon. Mine is the same thing as about the trash truck. I think the same thing about paving. I think the truck is more of a priority because the trash is on the side of the streets. It's saying by making the city look better. When you come down and you see all this trash and the trash is still there, it's all piled up weeks at a time because there's no truck. I think that that's our priority, should be to get a truck first before we start spending money to pave streets. We've been waiting for that for paved streets for a long time, but this trash to be sitting there, that's a whole lot of, that causes problems too. So it needs to be, I think that needs to be one of the priorities, is the trash truck.
Thank you, Ms. Lyde. Robert Bridges?
Yes, sir, mine's petty. So, you know, all these walks that the state's built, I know we aren't in charge of that. But I thought maybe get y'all to get around and look at all the handicapped yellow spaces. Some of them fill up with water. My neighbors have to walk around it, and they have cars coming there on Edwards and West Broad Street. Some of them are like me, they're sort of shaky. And if we could get some of the states to put holes in the bottom so they'll drain water where these senior citizens don't have to walk out in the street. And for 3 years I did it. I brushed it out and I said, well, why are you doing this? I might start doing it again, but people don't realize that it just takes money to do all these things that we want. And these people try the best they can. And there's so many dollars that can be precise for these things that we need. We need a trash truck, we need sewage, but this has been done 50 years ago that wasn't maintained. And these people try their best, and all we do is put them down. And realize that we are human just like these people. They have bosses and they have things that they have to do. But my main concern was to get the state to put some holes in those yellow handicap spots, because they're all over town, not just in my area. And on Main Street, there's several of them. There's some on Pearl Street. They just need to be fixed so these senior citizens and the people with wheelchairs and bicycles can ride through it. And I know it's petty, but I just want to let y'all know that somebody, and if y'all can't do it, I'll go out there and talk to them myself, which I have before. But I thought maybe it would be better for somebody from the city to tell them, because I was told the city takes care of the lawn and all that kind of stuff. They don't take care of the walkways. That's state property. That's not city property to take care of. And I found that out a long time ago. But anyway, I would appreciate anything that y'all could do for us senior citizens that have to walk. Mine's clear all the time, but that one that's across the street, there's a lot of senior citizens that have to walk to the grocery store and drugstore and all that kind of stuff. But I would appreciate anything that y'all could do for us senior citizens. And I do appreciate everything that y'all try to do, because some things you can't do because the funds aren't there. People have to pay taxes to make anything go. And without taxes and revenue, we can't do nothing. These people can put up with all the growth, but they can't do with so many dollars. And people don't realize this has been occurring 50 years before these people came here. And I do appreciate what y'all do for the city of Darlington and the maintenance. And just like the trucks, you need to have somebody to maintenance every day with grease on those hydraulics. that would help a little bit. Maintenance, pre-maintenance would help a lot. Just don't run them until they run out.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Mr. Odom?
Oh, greetings, Mayor and Council. First off, before I say anything, I want to give my props to our great city manager. She doesn't mind answering my phone calls. Anytime I call her about a problem, she doesn't mind saying, well, let me get back with you, or, hey, you want to come out of my office? She doesn't mind. Or if she said, hey, it'll take a few days, can I call you back? She'll call me back. And I just thank God that the Lord has sent her to us. And the second thing I would like to know is that during this past week, I seen the city, what is it called? Where you can rent them out. Quarter pipes and a citizen's yard. And I would like to know how much would it cost for me to rent it. Because I have an event in November, and I just want to know how much would it cost me to rent it.
Thank you, Mr. Odom. Ms. Slavin?
Good evening, Mayor, City Manager, Ms. Bridget, and everyone here this evening. First of all, I want to say I agree with all of the citizens' comments, and I applaud the citizens of Darlington for coming out and staying involved in our local government because it's most important. I also want to acknowledge our city manager. I think you've been doing an excellent job. The form of government that we have is primarily a city manager, strong city manager form of government. It requires somebody working 8 hours a day, full-time. It doesn't require a part-time mayor. And I'm glad that the majority of the citizens rejected this idea of a strong mayor. That being said, our city manager has recommended for months that the mayor and council approve in the budget, and it's documented in the workshop meetings that we had for the budget. For them to, she can only approve up to $5,000. She has brought before this mayor and council on numerous occasions, and it's documented in the work sessions, to purchase a new trash truck. They have refused to allow her to do that. So tonight, I am begging our mayor and council to give our city manager approval to purchase a new, not a used trash truck, because we know what can happen. That's what they have allowed her to do. I would encourage our mayor and city council to continue to work with our city manager. It's most important. Another thing, a special meeting / workshop meeting was called just last week, August the 26th. I would like a written definition for what a special meeting is and for what a workshop meeting is. Because in that meeting, although this town has spent over $750,000 of public money to purchase land, that we never had the approved and required assets to in terms of the right-of-way. Now they're selling that land in a special meeting that was called, where no one from the public, none of us attended. I ask you to go online and look at that meeting. You won't see one of us, no citizens here. That land was sold to one of the city council family members for approximately $885. So I'm asking for more transparency here. The municipal association clearly defines what a working session is. You don't vote in working sessions. You work things out, which you used to do, and then you bring it back before full council, where all of us here, so we know what you're voting on. I'd also ask you to go back and have a complete viewing of that video, because it cuts off when you guys get ready to go into executive session. So you don't come out and you don't tell the public, you don't tell us how our money is being spent. Also, it's my understanding that our city manager has brought a proposal to use that land to do a solar farm and work with Duke Energy. That would reduce all of our electricity bills. But there's been no discussion of that. So I ask that we please support our city manager, and hopefully she can address some of this in her minutes. Thank you.
Ms. Latham, would you mind doing me a favor and telling me the meeting where we discussed the purchase of a new trash truck? Can you give me like just
Yes,
a
I
month?
will give you that.
What month is it?
You want me to give it? What I would ask you to do is to go back to your work sessions that you may or may not be in, because it was discussed in your work session to purchase a new trash truck. And you.
All right, we're not here, we're not here,
Mayor, there's one.
no, I'm cutting it off. We're not here for discussion.
Thank you, Mayor.
We're not here for discussion, okay?
I need to
We're not here for discussion.
Mayor.
I'm not here for discussion, because
My
I got a
name
lot to
was
say
just
too, we're
great.
not here for discussion. End of discussion.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Come up and say what they want to, but we're in the discussion. That's all it is comments. All right, all right, board and commission approval appointments, none. Let's see, bid for street cut, Michael Morris.
Mayor, council. The cuts we made, utility cuts across town, these are the bids we received and the addresses where the cuts are. Asking for your approval.
So on this sheet, I noticed that several streets are missing off of this list. 'Cause there's cuts on First Street, E Avenue, D Avenue, and Lee Street. So why are they not included on this list? Because D Avenue probably was cut over a year ago.
We can add, we got a whole nother list by now of more cuts that we made since that's been out for a couple of months.
So,
We just couldn't get bids.
so what are you doing? You're gonna do this list, and then you're gonna come back and do another list? Is that what you're saying?
Immediately.
So your two bids are $23,290 and $7,935,
Wow.
And that will cover all of the cuts,
On that
the
list.
13 cuts.
the ones that are on the list.
Yes, sir. We measured them and sent them the measurements, everything required, and that's what they came back with.
Can you, there's such a big gap between the,
One company charges $14 a square foot, the other charges $5.
oh, okay.
And it's the same grade,
Same
same work,
work,
same,
yeah.
they were done, these quotes were done based on the same information.
Everybody got the same list, and there was also 3 other companies that's not on there that never even called back.
So when will we get the list for the second list of cuts?
We
Do you
already,
already have a list?
we've already started on them.
I'd like to approve Evans Paving Services for $7,935 for the listed 13 cuts to be asphalted.
I'll second that real quick. Did they tell you how quickly they can begin this?
That they did. They made it seem like it would be soon,
No,
but
no date.
neither one would give us a promise. I don't know what the hang up is with asphalt, but we called everybody trying to get it. So it's like nobody wants to work, or either they're tied up on other stuff.
Did you get the sense that this was something that would be started within the next 2 weeks, 30 days, or what?
Should be within the next 2 weeks.
And how long, Michael, does it take to complete this type of work?
Maybe a week,
How long?
maybe a week.
So by the end of September, this list ought to be gone as completed, and then we start on the next
Yes,
list.
sir.
And you'll verify each one and check it out.
Yes, sir.
That's your responsibility.
Yes, sir.
So by the next council meeting, you'll be bringing us a new list.
Okay.
Just bring us, when they get done, just bring us a list and they're all
Yes.
verified.
Unfortunately, most of our utilities are under the roadways. Stuff like that.
Okay, so we have a first and a second, Mr. Miller. Okay, Mr. Seegers, Ms. Reed, Ms. Backus. Okay, motion's carried. For Evans Payment Service, I guess, for $7,935, correct?
Yes.
All right, new business, discussion of providing sewer service on Asbury Street.
Yes, I need y'all council permission to sign the construction permit. A developer came in 2 years ago to request that we would accept the sewage. They're building 11 houses down that street. They're laying their own sewer line connected to ours, because ours does not go all the way to the end of the street. And that is how the houses will be laid up. We will service for those houses water and sewer because our lines are there. The others is in the county. And we had asked them about annexing into the city, but since they are so far along with their partners and everything, they've had to get engineered with the county.
This
Is what?
They just want us to say, we need to sign the slip saying that we will accept the sewage from those.
So there's how many houses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And all 11 are not in the city?
They're gonna make their own taps.
I'm saying all 11 are not in the city. So they want us to take 11 additional cities, 11 houses to put on our sewer line, but not any.
4 are in the city, 11 are not.
So they got 4 that's in the city, but they want to put additional 11, but not, that aren't in the city, but they could be in the city.
And it is my understanding that the project was started, I guess approved by the city manager 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
I'm saying that if they don't annex it, if we don't approve it, then,
So that developer.
they can't develop the house. That's
He
not it.
develops the land and then he's in contract with a builder. The builder is the one that, if he might want to do the annexation process or.
Well, I understand that, but I'm saying is that they can't build a house without sewer, and they have to have us to have sewer. And that's the position that we're at now, that we're arguing over. The residents that are outside are taking advantage of the city without paying additional taxes. And using our services that we have to constantly maintain. And
I don't know if a couple of those, you'll see a gap in the, I don't know what the rules are for, if it has to be touching a property in the city to annex in.
Well, 4 of them are in the city.
Yes.
Then all the rest of this properties will be.
But there's, from where those 4 are, there's a gap, a lot.
So, where are the 4? Where? Show me. Oh, on this end,
Yes.
and not that. So
That
all
lot
of this
right
is
there
already
is-
in the city.
No, man, this is all county.
This lot's not in the city right here, this single lot here. Or this lot.
That empty lot.
This is not in the city.
These 2 are everything else is the county, because that is a county.
Who owns this one?
That,
I'm saying, is this the same developer? Same person that owns all these?
what I was told, he only owns lots of the houses.
Back here.
They will be receiving water from Darlington County Water Authority. They want sewer from us. I think they shouldn't send you, I think they ought to come and make a request to them.
Somehow.
Well,
Okay.
apparently they requested and it was approved by someone. They just asked me to.
If somebody
sign
can
it.
find where council has approved that.
Or the paper trail.
It's never, I mean, I've been here 5.5 years and this street's never been brought up, so.
But you're saying they told you the previous city manager approved?
Those
2
who did
years
so
ago?
much of stuff without us.
Because it was, I guess in the talks with the developer and I was given the construction permit last week. So I took it to Ms. Hawkins.
Okay.
Said we need to bring
Bring
it
it
to
on
you
here.
guys. See, we moved, yeah, it was with the revenue, but we did ask, follow up with the developer and ask, and they met this morning with our engineers. That's who has designed that leg of the sewer line that we run.
So if I understand correctly, I rode down Ashboro Street today. On the right-hand side, the sewer goes 2/3 of the down the street, 2/3 of the street.
On the left-hand side.
On the right-hand
If you're
side,
coming
when
up
you
a-
get to that daycare or that, whatever that thing is, assisted nursing, living something, building, right behind it is a row of apartments. Are those apartments in the county or the city?
I don't know, but I know we accept their sewage.
But those apartments, from what I understand, is not on our sewer line. From doing my research, those apartments had separate tanks. The line stopped right at that, what is that thing, assisted living something
It
place.
should be right.
And then the next area, the guy on this side has apartments that's, has separate tanks. So this area here that you're talking about, they want to develop, is it on the other side of that?
This is, North Main, I think, this is the SBC Bank, I believe right here where you're talking about the assisted living,
Yeah, whatever it's,
and then our man.
well, the assisted living is.
There's another street right here.
Right, this street, it comes this way, that little side street that goes by that church. When you get to the inner Ashburn, there's some apartments.
Yes, ma'am, we stop right here.
We down, sewer stops somewhere in this area.
With this green dot.
Right. So they want to develop on the opposite side after you pass that house.
With the
So that house, after you pass where the old building that's falling down, on the left hand, when you turn around Ashburn on the left hand side, then there's a house. Is that house in the county or the city? So how are you bringing this if you don't know what's in and what's out?
That's a spotty area. There's city and county all intermixed, all in that whole area, both sides of North Main.
But you didn't research and find out what's county and what's city?
I didn't make the deal with these people.
You presenting the deal.
No, I was asking for permission to accept the sewer.
I asked them
We're
to
not
present
act-
it.
We're not actually.
Okay, so
We're not constructing.
so we don't know whether they can come into the city or not, because we don't know whether it's city or county where they look where they're asking.
Yes, ma'am. And the developer was asked if he would consider annexing.
One of them called me
to the
today
city.
and asked about any type of incentives and stuff. And I told him about the incentive that we have for building houses, and he was saying that they were possibly building in the county, so if you build it as county permit, then you aren't gonna be able to get an incentive. But he didn't say 100%, but it was almost like he felt like he could go ahead and annex it into the city. So, I mean,
Apparently.
to
the
me,
developer-
they need to annex into the city.
Yeah, apparently they met today, and for whatever reason, because of their engineering fees they'd already paid to the county, didn't want to make the transition.
That's what I'm saying, if they didn't want to make the transition, it sounds like that they have the possibility of making the transition. If the possibility is there for them to annex into the city, I feel like they should annex into the city to get sewer. If it's further down and there's no chance for them to get in, and we can take their sewer and collect fees on it, it's fine. But if there is availability for it to be annexed into the city, I would say they need to annex into the city. Yes, so we just need to table this till next time, and then we'll get more details on it if everybody's fine with that. All right, thank you.
Possible bids.
All right, let's see, let me get my order right here now.
Number two was to be the
Number
discussion.
two, discussion of possible bids for outsourcing trash pickup. Mr. Reed or Ms. Hawkins, what information you got? And just for clarity, what I'm asking for here, so the public understands and the council understands, is that I'm not against buying a used truck, I'm not against buying a new truck, I'm not against servicing our trucks and fixing the old trucks and finding out whether or not it can be subbed out or commercial stuff is subbed out, is what I'm asking for is, so that we as council can provide the best service and the best price without going up on fees. Down the road, things are gonna go up, whether we sub it out or don't sub it out. Eventually, things are gonna go up. But the goal is to try to get it to where we don't have to and get it to where there is no delay on trash. And also, my understanding is, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, Lucas, the trash truck is really not down. That picks up the trash. The truck that is down is the recycling truck. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's the recycling and / commercial truck that's down. Oh, no, I stand correct. The truck that's down is the residential truck. We're currently using the recycling / commercial truck to pick up residential. That way, we're not having so much of a delay in services. What we have here is the two different proposals. One for purchasing a new truck, and I'm going off of the price that we had for a few months back. So we had the opportunity to buy one from the lot.
To buy a new truck though, is it a year out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's clear on that.
And
one more question. There was a trash truck that we missed because we were told last month that we didn't have the funds to be able to get it. It was proposed to us, but council did not turn that down. We were told we could not financially get that truck. To make that statement clear for the public to understand. Now that truck, from my understanding, has been sold, correct?
yes, sir.
Okay, now to get a new truck, is there a possibility without having to wait a year? Is there another way to look to see if someone else maybe has converted a truck that's new that they didn't want and they turn back in like the last one?
We can keep looking and hope and pray that someone may, turn down a truck just because of one minor mistake that wasn't spec'd out to them. But those options are few and far between. That one that we had literally dropping our laps, last one for $224,000. Very next day at the council meeting, that salesman called and said, hey, what was the deal? If y'all not gonna get it, you get somebody in Laurinburg, they'll want to get it today. It goes just like that.
And just for clarity, so the public knows, council did not turn that down. Council was told we did not have the funds. You're welcome to go back and view the minutes on that. Or the
You
video.
did, may I
Yes,
clarify?
you may. Go
We
ahead.
could not go out and put it on debt.
We couldn't purchase it.
According to our CPA, we did not have enough debt service remaining.
Correct.
We're at our level for debt.
Correct. You could not purchase the truck at debt or cash or anything of that nature.
No, I didn't say that, I said for debt. Now you have
Well, you didn't
the
offer.
224.
You didn't offer that last month that we could purchase it for cash. Council didn't turn it down.
And one thing I also want to add, the only time that a trash truck in around May, I can't find it in the minutes in May, was brought up was when we said that we were going to not hire a city planner and use that salary for purchasing a trash truck. That's the only time.
Remaining, sir.
That's the only time we have ever had trash truck brought to our attention.
No.
If I may.
No.
If I may.
No.
Multiple times, I've said before this body, we needed a trash truck. Within the limitations and boundaries of your financial situation, we were not able to do it the way that I had hoped to do it. Going into budget talks, and I hope everybody can understand me. Can you hear me? I might need to stand up.
Yes.
During the workshops with the budget, it was my hope that at the end of the year, and I think I explained this to you, at the end of the year,
if we kept the planning and economic development low, it's about $75,000, that would be about $180,000 that should have been left over. However, I was cautioned by the CPA, please do not make a rash decision and purchase it if you're unsure of where the city would be at June 30, 2025. And because they were spending all over the organization, I couldn't make that in fairness and say without a doubt we would not be over budget if we purchased a 224. At that time, there was a truck put to us in early spring, in spring, but the spending, as I've alluded to, was exceeding the budget. We were exceeding the budget in some of those departments. So if it wasn't coming from planning and economic development, where would it come from? Even with that, I came back to you and said, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to maintain that underrun that I was hoping we could. And then we could put the rest of it from capital, which is what capital is for. It's for improvements in the streets and sanitation. It's streets and sanitation capital. But even then, we still may not know until the audit comes what we had left. So at that point, I could not recommend to you to do it if we were going to violate what the CPA asked me to beware of.
Understood. Also, we have a quote here for the repair of one of our trash trucks from January 3rd, 2025. I mean, I'm getting older. Was that ever brought to council?
No, it was not.
So we went from
But
3
you were
trucks.
told about it.
I was not. We were
You may not
brought,
have.
and that's a problem with all councils not told about it, I agree.
Okay.
We went from 3 trucks down to 2 trucks in January, and we had a quote to fix it, but we never brought it to council. Now we have 2 out of 3 trucks, and within the last, 45 days, we're now down to 1 truck. And 2 trucks are down. One of them has a repair bill of $31,000. The other one has a repair bill of $29,000. I'm interested in exploring new trucks. That new used one, the 22's, only got like 20,000 miles, I think it said, or something.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's a good truck. It's 170K. And even if we go that route, I still think we need to repair some of our older trucks and have them as backup. My understanding is we run trash routes 4 days a week. One of them is residential, and then 4 days a week is commercial / recycling.
Correct, 4 days is residential.
4 days a week is residential.
3 days is commercial, and every other week, 2 days is recycling.
There you go.
And again, that was the main purpose. We purchased that Timmons truck to have a third backup truck.
Yeah.
Mr. Gainey, he can contest to it, for the longest time. He's tried to get, a backup truck. He might not want to speak on it tonight, but.
Excuse me.
So, my point though,
Okay, make your point. I do want to.
is that we have 2 trucks that are down that will require us at 30,000 or less to get back running. Even if we use these trucks as backup trucks and run them 1 day a week of the 4 days a week, just to keep everything lubed and moving.
Yep.
That seems like a smarter decision for our city council, and we're back up to 3 trucks. That might buy us 3 to 6 months to figure out the finances to purchase a new or a used truck. And so, just from 30,000 feet and just having all the information given to me tonight, that's my suggestion.
Right. Because as I said in our last meeting, all this information, because next meeting, 2 weeks, next month, you may not remember this, that we went over this and asked it. I don't want to keep going over this and we get the information. What was said to us last time, if we did not get trucks, we were going to be out of service. And I'm saying it again. To get our citizens the service we need a new truck, because to repair this is going to take some time.
Correct.
Get a truck that's functional. do and yes, I'm not saying throw it over. Go ahead and do what you need. Lucas, you are the department head. It is time now. I mean, this is not new that we have been having service interrupted, people complaining. So, I mean, the only solution is that we need another one. So why are we wasting all this time? Let's just do it. And I
We
said that
haven't been provided with the money to do it.
well, she said it last
But all of a
time.
sudden we have it now.
Council.
She said last meeting, she gave us that. She gave us what we could do. And what did we say? We went back, we come into this meeting to make that decision. During the week, council asked for a lot of information to support whatever they wanted, but we still need the service. And she said it last week. We're another week gathering
We need the
information.
services.
We still another week gathering
Let's let Ms.
information.
Hawkins tell us how she can do it.
I would like to add a statement as to why my recommendation was not to fix, I'm gonna call it truck 2. Truck 2 is over 7 years old. It has holes in the body. The hydraulics are gone. And now we've used parts of it to help. The Timmons waste truck I'm sorry to say that out, the TWS truck was told to me to be in excellent condition. That we bought it at a good price and that it could run. It was kept better than some of the ones of our own. That's what was told to me. Based on that, I feel the city should move to being on a schedule where they're replacing rolling stock on a schedule. So we're not putting money in 7, 8 and worn out equipment. That was the reasoning behind that, because I felt like if you just spent $45 on a truck that was already been used, and you're gonna send, it was told to me, $35 in the truck, that number 2 that's sitting, why not come up with a plan to get a new truck? But I again was afforded that we could not do it based on our limitations and debt. Any leasing, any GO bond, we can't do it. When I gave you all the draft of a capital improvements plan, no one gave me any comments on that. And on that document, I do tell you there was $224,000 in the capital improvements plan. I gave it to you in writing. Even if I did not do that objectively, please forgive me. I'm not trying to keep anything from you, but it's like trying to put a puzzle to get this done. And I'm basing it on what was told to me, that truck would take just for the hydraulics $35,000, and it's already 7 years. It's past its lifetime. It's done. So in my first few days here, first couple of months, I felt like that was not the way to go, because I feel this department needs regularly get new stuff. They told me they got old stuff all the time. I wanted to get a work truck and a new sanitation truck. Okay? The discussions, some of them I've been a part of them, some of them I have not been a part of them. But if we were to, as Mr. Reed suggested to me on more than one occasion, take in all of commercial, including dumpsters, there's a pathway to get that with the money we have in our budget, $375,000 for commercial dumpsters only, not the carts. So there's different things. You got residential carts, you have some commercial carts, and some resident dumpsters that we handle. Then you have dumpsters that we don't handle. There's different parts to this, so I need you all to understand. It's not just residential, it's multiple things that this department handles on our behalf. And what I'm saying to you is there's different ways to approach it as well. We just can't issue any debt. Now, I'm also explained that if we could put back whatever we got from selling those, the one truck 2, the TWS truck, we could get about $75,000 back that we could replenish and put back in the capital improvements plan. But don't have the money sitting there and don't give them what they need. That's all I'm saying. Now, how we get there, we can put our minds together to get there, if you are willing to do so. But I didn't think that that was the way to go, to replace a truck that was already past its lifetime. It was already past the lifetime. The holes are going to be there. I don't know if they fix the holes or not, but hydraulics, if it's not done right, it might last a year. It might last 2 years. I don't know. I'm not a CDL driver, so I don't know how long hydraulics last. But whenever I've heard it, it's costly, and you never know. That's what my experience with it. Okay? So I apologize if you feel like I've left anything out. That has never been my intent. I have said since April, we need a new truck. We need a truck.
Right.
But we can't extend that. So we'd have to do it through cash, and cash. That's all we got.
All right, well, to verify, last month, you turned us down on the truck because we didn't have the debt, but it was not brought up that we had the cash to buy it, so it was turned
Well, I
down.
gave
Hold
you-
up, let me talk. It was turned down. You're now asking us, last week you asked us to buy a truck that was 7 years old from Florida, but now you're stating that the truck that's 8 years old has outlasted its lifetime, so we're going to buy another truck that's 7 or 8 years old.
There's
Right?
things about-
Let me finish talking.
It's a different. but
Let
you
me
get-
finish talking, one person at a time, thank you.
See? Correct.
The truck from TWS was a used truck, and when you buy anything used, it works, it's clean, you drive it off a lot, it's yours. He runs a clean service out there and provided a good truck that's lasted for a while, and for some reason it's had its time of day. So, again, what we're asking for is which way is best to go. I still would like to see the cost analysis for if it's subbed out like the commercial trucks are subbed out. We can look at buying the truck, fixing the truck, but if you buy a brand new truck, I'm all for buying a brand new truck. If we're gonna keep it, but if we buy a brand new truck, it's 1 year down the road before you can buy the truck. Okay?
If I may, Mayor.
Yes.
Running hours versus years is different. These trucks idle. So the running hours on a truck may differ for one that has 20 ridden miles or 20 ridden miles plus idling plus years. So there's a differentiation based on how the truck is used. And some of these trucks were leased. From what I understand, they may not have almost everyday use and double up days in doing residential, commercial, and or recycling at the same time. So they're not going to be apple to apples like we would do with an automobile, where there's road miles versus highway miles versus country miles, where like I live right now on a dirt road. It's different and how that wears on a individual piece of rolling stock.
Well, that's what we brought was road miles on it, because he took it around all, and he goes to towns with it. But, so when you buy one, you don't really know 100% what you're getting.
Did you have all the, I was just
None
gonna
of this was
say,
presented to us last meeting, because this
do
numbers
you
were given.
have the information you feel like you need now for us to move on to get that? That's the thing I'm asking.
I would like to see what it's going to cost for the four bids.
I mean, but do we have
Bid it out,
enough
what's the
information to
variation
come to
there?
that?
One of the repair bills here is for a seized up engine because the truck ran without any oil in it.
Correct.
Guess what's gonna happen to the new truck? We don't put oil in it.
Yes, same.
So it sounds like we got a maintenance problem as bad as much as we do old, used vehicles.
Yes, sir.
So how do we fix that?
On that one, yeah, and I can only harp so much to the employees every morning. You check the trucks out. Every CDL driver knows they're required to do a pre-trip every morning. But unless I'm physically there, holding their hands and making them do it, I have to go by them, writing on the sheet, they check it. That's the only way it's on.
So we need a sheet of paper. If you go to any kind of public restroom, they have on the wall when the restrooms are clean, and its signature right beside it. And so they need an SOP, a standard operating procedure, what they need to check, they need to sign off on it,
They
and
got
put their
that. That's
date.
your responsibility.
No,
So,
that is the person who is.
So the driver has that sheet already. Every CDL driver, they know it's a requirement. FMCSA guidelines states they have to do a pre-trip every morning, and they're supposed to do a post-trip at the end of every shift. Those are federal guidelines.
Okay. I also know that my street is littered with hydraulic fuel, oil, whatever else. I also know that metal can be welded, so if we got holes in the garbage truck, we can weld that.
Yep.
Right?
And that's included in the AMIC quote. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right there, right there on the top. I believe that's in the first.
So, the one truck that
If I understand correctly, one of those trucks, the back of the truck was open then, right?
Ms. Backus, he was still talking to you.
Thank you, Mayor. So,
You've been talking for the last hour.
Ms. Backus, he'll be talking and then you
You've
speak.
been continuously talking.
Ms.
and
Backus.
as many times as you want to interrupt me, I'll continue to continue.
Go ahead.
Thank you. 179,000. Last week you told us we had how much in cash?
224. It's on the
224.
capital improvements draft that I gave y'all 4 weeks ago, and no one seems to remember that.
Okay.
It was on there. It was on there. and
That's the
we did out.
streets and sanitation capital.
Is that right? Streets and sanitation capital?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have we ever had that differentiated in your council career?
I don't know.
It was on that paper that you gave.
I've never seen that until evidently the paper that you have. But she, I mean, did you ever honestly know, Elaine, give me an honest answer now. Did you ever know about a streets capital improvements account? Let's be honest.
You want an honest answer
Yes,
from
I
me?
do.
When I hear the capital fund, I consider it including all of the departments. I don't look at it as we are having to do now simply because of the deficiencies that's being shown to us.
And I appreciate that because
Okay.
I'm exactly the same, and I think I can speak
So,
for the gentleman beside me.
when she's
We've never had
identified-
we've never had a capital improvement fund
But
for the street
she-
department that I've ever known about.
Well, it's obvious that it has been. We just considered the total.
Yes,
You understand? This city manager is pointing out the individual departments' funds.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, 179, 224. And that is not our total capital fund account, that's just the streets department capital fund account, that's what you're saying? So how much is in our, capital fund, like the regular account?
Y'all have zero.
Huh?
You don't have any.
So there's zero in the capital fund?
You don't have a capital fund.
Okay, so our whole life we've been told that. So then what is it called? Let's not play with words. Just what's
General fund doesn't have a capital improvements fund.
We have one capital fund,
That's for
correct?
the street department. This account was set up years ago, and it's charged on the water and sewer bill.
Okay.
Education.
Yeah, every month.
It's
it's
paid
on
for
there.
every month.
And that money is taken out of the, transfer from the water and sewer account into this, street and sanitation capital fund. Every month it's been like that. You should see that
How long
on the
you
water
seen
bill,
that on council?
where it has a charge on
And
it.
if I may, I have been told, I don't know how true it is, that you did have a capital fund for general fund, but the majority or those funds were used to improve a property not far from here. So it was used to purchase and upgrade that property. I don't know how true that was, but when I asked where it was, that's what was told to me.
So city manager, let's not put things that you don't know how true and then say it is in the middle of the meeting, that just doesn't seem appropriate.
It doesn't. I agree with you, it is not appropriate. I retract
So I
my
have a
statement.
question. I have a question. So, you saying that, is it possible, Lucas or city manager, that a new truck can be purchased in less than a year?
Anything is possible.
Do you think it's possible?
I mean, we came up.
Because they're saying, oh, it's gonna take a year, there's no
Well, that was
guarantee.
two trucks within less than 6
So I'm
months was
asking.
offered to the city.
Okay, so you may have another opportunity
You may.
to purchase a new truck.
There's $224,000 in the capital fund.
It's more than that now. every month is over $3,000 to $4,000 is put into that.
224, 230.
Yes, sir.
I run presentations every day and was worried about my job security because of my.
So if you sell the other 2 trucks roughly for 75,000, give or take,
Could be less.
Did we sell a truck recently that was running?
So we sold one that was not operational. That was right at a year ago, I believe. Maybe a little shy of a year. And it bought right at $10,000.
That was at the time when you presented to us the
Yes, ma'am.
used truck from TWS
Yes, ma'am.
that we purchased.
Yeah.
But it now is not running.
So
In the interim, if we.
So that truck's already, that one that you're referring to was already sold.
Okay, so if we, at this point,
Mm-hmm.
where we are now, because we need to move forward, if we at this point make a plan to go ahead and purchase a new truck, how can this operation continue in a timely manner?
So
What's the plan to continue with our services in a timely manner?
My recommendation is until we get a second truck, suspend recycling. Now, I've instructed the employees, to go ahead and pick up every can they see, dump them. Because right now it's costing the taxpayers, costing the city. Roughly, let's see, add these up real quick. You can see the commercial and recycle diagram on there. Yeah, say $3,200 a week on the recycle side. So until we get a second truck, we suspend the recycling. Only until we get a second truck. Once we get a second truck, we'll go back to normal operations.
So with that being said, previously there was mention about recycling, and you said there aren't an awful lot of citizens, unfortunately, who participate in that.
So,
and that it was costing us.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Since right now we have to pay for all the recycling to go to Sunoco. And in fact, I turn in a bill today for $120, and that's just for this past recycle period. So you factor in $120 a month, on top of wages, fuel costs, so on and so forth on that truck. It's costing the city on average, it's costing the taxpayers on average a little over $35,000 a year.
That's commercial recycling.
No, sir, that's just for recycling, right at $35,000 a year. Once you factor in our Sunoco fees and fuel to run those trucks.
A new truck is approximately how much now?
A new truck, brand new, you're gonna get for right at $250,000. We were able to look up for that one, that Velocity had, it offered to us, a few months ago for $124,000. That's only because it was not fully within spec.
224.
So right this moment.
And we had one 225 from AMEC
Yes, ma'am.
earlier this year. There's 2 trucks at around 225, 224.
And again, for a brand new truck, unless we get one, say it, but another company rejects, because it's not spec'd out to the way they build it. If we were to build a truck and spec out to our desires, you're looking at approximately $250,000 with a day's market.
So the way the options right this second is a quick glance, $250,000 for a new truck.
Yes, sir.
Which will take 3 months to 6 months to a year, we don't really know.
Yes, sir. If we're looking to find
2022 is for 20,000 miles, 2022 truck for $180,000.
Yes, sir. And that
option three that you've got is to fix one truck for 29,000 miles, we'll say, and fix another truck for, what was it, 31,000.
Yes, sir.
So to fix 2 trucks for basically 60,000, or fix one of the 2 trucks or both trucks. Option 4, have we got any proposals for? Have we sent out asking for proposals?
I did.
Getting back yet?
And 2 declined, and the other 2 did not send it in by 5 p.m. this evening.
When we ask them?
We'll just-
Thursday.
Yeah, someone's saying we probably won't be able to
Thursday
get back that
night.
quick, but the two are they saying they're gonna send us a bid, or?
I spoke to Mr. Dennis Timmons personally, and I asked him to send one, but I didn't get it. One business owner said that they were not here in our market. They did not have a base here in our market. One emailed me and said the time limit was too short of a time for them to get in contact with their leadership to put together a proposal. And I did think that I would get one from one of our current providers, but I did not. And I also contacted a provider out of Marion, so about 5. And I try to call ahead before I sent those out.
I was talking to the mayor of Hartsville over the weekend. He said that the city manager helped us out with the garbage truck. Is that right?
Still is, right?
Is he still helping us?
No, I'm supposed to been back.
That was taken back.
What other pieces of equipment do you have down there in your streets of sanitation?
So we currently have, the two cherry pickers, the street sweeper, hot box, then everything under the sun for the grass cutter.
What kind of shape are those things in?
Both of the cherry pickers, they're at the end of their lifespan. There's constant hydraulic repairs, hose repairs, leaks. Just being wore out. Constant.
And what do those two cost?
I'd have to look back through bids from last year. I can't recall off the top of my head.
We're sitting here looking at $230,000 in your capital fund. We're looking at probably twice that in your capital needs.
Yes, sir.
So we got to decide about trash trucks, or we got to decide about yard debris.
Yes.
We got to decide about recycling.
Yes, sir. And right now, my presence in here is trash. We can make do with going around. I know we had to do it before when we had cherry pickers down. You go around with pitchforks and trailers, but trash has to get picked up.
It does.
So in this, we are also doing this discussion of possible bids for trash pickup. So it looks like you have a clear-cut path to continue to pick up trash in a timely manner by simply suspending recycling
Correct.
for a few weeks. If we go ahead, place this order for a new trash truck that we could hopefully have within the next 6 months, at which time our city manager has provided us with a plan to get new equipment on a rolling stock basis. So by the time these funds are replenished, you'll be able to get a new cherry picker or whatever this other truck is. I am not in favor of bidding or outsourcing our trash pickup. We have employees and sanitation workers on staff here. We are asking or hopeful that industry would come into our community and to bring other industry in. But we need to lead by example. And if we are outsourcing, how can we very well expect another industry to come in and invest in our community when we are not investing in our community? There are lives and livelihoods and people who have salaries and who depend on those positions. We've already lost Canfor. We've lost even a Hardee's, a Dollar General. Our own technology company has packed up that we use here for the city for our technology and moved over to Florence. I want to keep jobs in our area. We can build 2,000 houses here in Darlington, but if people don't have a place to work, they can't afford the house, and the houses will be vacant. So I don't want to outsource any of our services. Our mayor was very adamant earlier this year when we were talking, when it was even mentioned about outsourcing water, where they were going to actually lay infrastructure for us. So I can't see us outsourcing our sanitation at this point when we have a path to do that. I'm going to do all we can to maintain the services that we have, maintain the employees, to keep our people employed, keep our residents in our city, keep their services going fluidly, and do the very best that we can. Unfortunately, we don't have funds, and our debt ratio is way above because of some purchases, extreme purchases, that have our money tied up, way tied up for some things that probably needed to have a closer look and better negotiation. But because of that, we can't do it. We ended up having to almost backdoor a deal to get a ball field, as the attorney explained to us before, because our debt ratio at the time when you were trying to do ball fields was way too high, and you ended up having to do a shell company just to purchase in order to renovate those fields for us to have a ball field. So I need to realize that we're doing what we can with the funds that we have, but we don't need to be outsourcing and laying our own residents off. So no, I'm not in favor of that. I certainly agree that we need this new trash truck, and I'd like to see us move forward by the plan that you have proposed, simply suspending recycling, because you can put those recycling things in your regular can, take that off. As unfortunately is not maybe the best for the environment, but that's what we have right now. And continue with our services and keep our residents and our staff employed.
Thank you, Ms. McRaven. But since you put words in my mouth that weren't true, I'm going to state up. I asked council to recuse themselves from comments and laughs and marks. Okay, be professional.
Okay, all right.
If you outsource it, the outsource is an opportunity to look at. And if you outsource it, the people that I've talked to that are willing to bid on it said that they would hire those people. Not that so don't put it out to the trash people and the workers and employees out here that I'm trying to cut your job. No, I'm not trying to cut your job. I'm looking for options. One option you're proposing is that we take the $250,000 that we have in here and buy a $230,000 that we have in the fund to buy a $250,000 truck, with the plans of hoping to be able to sell the other trucks to be able to come up with enough money to buy a brand new $250,000 truck. This will probably take a minimum of 3 to 6 months to get, while we still run one trash truck and hope that it's going to keep oil and everything else in it. So, council just needs to decide, but don't put words in my mouth that I'm asking to terminate any employees. That has nothing to do with the ball fields. It has nothing to do with other companies coming into our town or leaving our town or doing anything of that nature. Okay? So verify and clarify that. Thank you.
We are currently outsourcing consumption dumpsters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The commercial dumpsters. That's always been outsourced to my knowledge.
For years?
Sir?
For years?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
To know that this current contract ends this year, and it's a 5-year contract. Prior to that was a 4-year contract, so that's 9 years.
Okay. So I won't play like I don't remember anything. In 2017, we bought 2 garbage trucks and we bought 2 cherry pickers because we were in the same situation.
Yeah.
So let's not play with words. We need to make sure we are managing our fleet. We need to make sure we're putting oil in our vehicles. You lock up an engine because you don't put oil in your vehicle, that's an issue. Okay? There is a question mark on when you can get a new truck, 3 to 6 months. I don't think it would take 3 to 6 months to repair these 2 vehicles, and you could do it at $60,000.
So the turnaround for those 2 trucks, the one that would have to go back to Lexington to Angel, that one can be upwards of a month.
Okay.
Now, for the one that's currently sitting at PD Fleet in Hartsville for a new engine, that's going to take 3 or 4 weeks.
So within a month, we could have 2 more trucks back online at $60,000. And the $3,000 a month is what I think she said for the capital fund. So that means that's what, $36,000 a year. So you couldn't replenish your funds in 6 months or even a year if we were to be lax on the numbers either. Ms. McCraven.
He said he'd sell the old truck, which would bring back important almost $75,000, which would be enough to cover this. You'll end up right back in the same predicament.
How much did we pay for the last truck that we just bought? $45,000?
Yes, sir.
How much did we sell the last?
How much sell it for $45,000 again in the employee budget? So it's not going to bring about $10,000 like your last one.
And how much did you sell the last garbage truck that you have actually sold? How much did it sell for? $10,000. So you're not going to get.
You get a portion of it. You won't get all of it. We're not saying, no one said you get all of it, but you would get enough that you could purchase a truck. In order to put these funds to put money into these used trucks. You came before us a few months ago for repairs. We spent, what, $30-some-odd thousand, I think it was, 6 months ago or better?
I believe so, that was on the cherry picker for our new PTO.
Yeah. And here we are again. It's
That's a
just
cherry
not
picker.
wise.
That's not a garbage truck. That picks up yard debris.
If we spend that money to fix 2 trucks, that means we got 3 trucks running at the moment.
Correct.
It would be 2 on the road and 1 as a spare in case something breaks down on the other.
Correct.
And if we invest that money in these used trucks, which I hate spending money on used trucks, but with the financial problems we got, maybe that's a smart thing to do. So we got 3 trucks that can run until we can build the coffers back up and afford to purchase them.
And spend the next 3 to 6 months figuring out how we can purchase our next truck and getting them on a schedule for replacement. Because what we did last time is we waited to the last minute. If we buy this truck like you suggest, we'll then only have 2 running trucks, correct?
Correct.
And so we could be in this situation a day later, literally, with no backup available, unfortunately. But we had this same situation about 2 years after I got on council in 2017. We bought 2 brand new garbage trucks. We bought 2 brand new cherry pickers. And may say that we made poor choices, but we needed garbage picked up back then as well. So I don't call it a poor choice. I call it doing what you have to do.
And that was 8 years ago. So that, I guess, and so within that, those eight years, whatever. My thing is, I just want to, do you believe this? I mean, is this what you want us to do? Do we have any, does the council have any faith in our department head here?
Not what it sounds tonight. Say that again.
I mean, do you want this? It's just, I mean, because you don't seem to be.
My recommendation is, we get the one for $108,000. We can go there.
Is that what you have in this proposal?
Yes, ma'am, right here.
Okay, but then that's all I'm saying. And he's saying, the department head, who's given us a proposal for the solution of this urgent situation that we have. So
we could have, granted, it's $180,000, but we could have that truck here by, which day? Monday, Tuesday? If we were to go to Florida and get that truck Monday or Tuesday, yeah, we can have 2 trucks up and running with everything back on track within a week.
So,
versus a month.
So that's all I'm saying.
So, Kenny, come here for a minute.
And the one you're talking
I
about
want you to
buying in
explain
Florida
to us.
is $180,000?
So I was speaking and you just want to talk over me, right? Because I was speaking. Kendrick, please explain to me, because I want to understand the condition of these trucks. If we put another $60,000 in these trucks, what do you suggest as the outcome of these trucks are going to be? Will they hold up?
But they're not, they're going out to 2011, I wouldn't.
It would.
Way past it last time.
Other than 2011 is when the engine is blowing in?
Yes, it is.
Do we have any other issues?
Not that I know of. I mean, it's 2011, it's nothing new.
Is that the TWS?
So you don't think it will?
Is that the one we just
It's going to
got?
hold up.
When did we purchase it? How many months ago?
I'm speaking. Don't you hear me speaking?
No, he was speaking, man.
I'm speaking.
Go ahead.
Actually, the one that we got sitting is less miles and everything on it.
So that 2011, we spent $30,000 to put a motor in this truck.
And the transmission array may get about 6 months from now. I wouldn't do that.
So you don't think that truck is gonna last?
I wouldn't do that.
And the other truck?
The other truck, I would gamble with the other truck.
Okay. And there's anything other than, what do we need to do to the other truck?
Fix the back and the cylinder.
And the back of it is opening or something, from what I understand?
on the back, working on the back of it.
So it threw somebody off the back of the truck, right? It threw you off the back of the truck,
Yeah.
right? So, and luckily you didn't get injured.
That's what I'm saying.
So if we can't fix the back of that truck, then we're looking at an employee getting hurt and suing the city because the truck is opening it up and throwing employees off the back of the truck. Why would we want to fix something like that and jeopardize this young man's life or another employee life? Why would you want to do that? Why would the council want to do that?
so that it doesn't do it again.
What?
What you mean, do
But you're not
So if
fixing
we
it.
fix the situation that's throwing him off the back as it's been described, then you fix the liability.
There's no guarantee
Oh,
that truck is not gonna open up again and hurt
I've been on the
somebody.
trash route, sir. But
You ain't
please-
been on the
All
system.
right, council, I just got, listen.
So
You
why
ain't been on
we
the
gonna
system.
jeopardize
That's
council?
what I'm talking about.
Sir,
Since it's been open, you ain't been on it.
sir, you need to step out.
Cause I do my job proudly.
Nobody didn't say you didn't, okay? Just calm it down.
So why would we wanna do something that's gonna jeopardize an
One more
employee's
time, you're gonna
life?
step out.
Sir, we're in the middle of a council meeting.
I
I'm
know
trying
we
to
is.
hold.
That's
Go ahead and step
You know
out.
that?
Where you going?
The truck,
Thank you.
what I was talking about. Thank you.
So the truck is 14 years old, needs an engine.
All right, well, let's back up for a second. The truck that you just told me, and just said, that was way past its lifetime, we just recently bought. But now we're all of a sudden saying it's way past its lifetime. No one on council wants to fix the truck and have a truck out there that anybody else will get hurt on, okay? We want to fix the trucks. We want to maintain the trucks. We want to figure out what's the best way to do it. Whether it's, and if we send this off to be fixed, it should be fixed where it won't for somebody else. You go buy a brand new truck, you buy a truck that's 2022, you're staying here, and you bring it from Florida, the job's up here, it could do the same thing. You put a motor in the other one, you don't know if the transmission's bad, you don't know if the rear end's bad, but it could be.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay? And so, anything that you do to an old car, old truck, it can turn around and the next thing you know, you gotta put a transmission in it, okay? You gotta put a rear in it, anything else can happen to it, okay? So, but if you go spend $180,000 on one, and you know, out of $230,000, you still depleted just about your whole resources. So you're saying that the other one that has been down for a while, should have already been fixed and brought to us to be fixed. But y'all didn't want to fix that at that time. That was, you know, like $30,000, let's don't fix it. Well, now you're saying it's worth fixing. So we can only sit up here and kind of judge by it. We don't ride on the trash truck. We're more than glad to ride on the trash truck. We're more than glad to ride the police car or anything else like that. So please make sure that you know that those guys know that we're here to try to help them. We're not here against anybody. We don't want anybody getting hurt. Thank you, Gordon.
6 months ago, our administration said the truck was good to buy, correct? Okay, that's all I want to ask.
We didn't know the engine was in that time, it's time of shake up.
Engines don't run without oil, right?
But you also
It's
said
running
it way past his lifetime.
Just listen at how they're saying, it's more than not just putting it in.
If it's burning
I
oil,
don't
we know
know.
we need to check it twice as often, right?
And it leaks. And as you say, you saw the all on your street.
Hydraulic fluid from the sticker,
Well,
so.
whatever.
So-
It leaked out.
This truck that was used truck that you're proposing to purchase is all the way in Florida.
Yes, ma'am. So
What
that,
is your plan to get this truck?
we would drive down there, pick it up and drive it back.
Drive it back?
Yes, ma'am.
So now, if I'm understood, these trash trucks, the lifespan is based on their number of, sort of, the miles that you drive these.
So,
How can we guarantee, Florida,
so
that's hard driving, that's not
it's a
city streets.
7.5 hour drive.
7.5 hours.
Yes, ma'am. 7.5 hours, actually 7 hours,
Yes, sir.
7 hours and 37 minutes when we looked at it earlier.
At 70.
At 70. Now, so now that truck it does have 20,000 miles. It was a leased truck by a large company. So that's why it's 2022 and it's up for sale. So it's fleet maintained and leased. It's at a reputable dealer. When that dealer actually called me earlier, after I reached out to him, you get the specs on it. He said, "Hey, hold off. This truck has got a few scratches on the bed where they took the decals off of it. We're gonna send it to get it painted before it goes out to sale."
Any warranty of any sort?
Yes, ma'am. So the warranty with that truck, it's gonna be what the current manufacturer warranties are on it. Again, I can have all that information emailed out to you. I got it.
So now, the other question would be, have you checked into, because I can't imagine you would be burning a lot of the lifespan of this truck by driving 7.5 miles, 7.5 hours
No, ma'am.
with
So-
hard driving.
No, ma'am. So the lifespan of those trucks is the backup to operating. The tippers up and down constantly, the packer, compacting garbage, lifting out to dump it. That's the main lifespan is those hydraulics.
Have
You're
you
talking about
checked?
this drivetrain.
Have you also checked, but have you checked to see what it would cost to have it brought to us, or transported, so that we're not putting that many miles on it and not bothering that strain on an engine? I do know enough about equipment, big equipment, and know that the miles on an engine and hard driving on an engine do wear it down. That your hydraulics in the back may work fine, but if the engine's gonna blow again because you've already spent that much time on the road, that's taking away, that's gonna deplete some of the lifespan.
Yes, ma'am, it is. And now in my defense, I have not reached out to find out how much freight would be for us to have it shipped here. I can assume, now it's just an assumption, excess of $5,000. Just knowing what your average cost per mile is on a truck, for any kind of freight to be shipped anywhere in the country. And as far as completing the lifespan of it, it's a diesel. Diesels are actually made to run up and down the roads. Again, this is coming from someone that holds a CDL. A diesel truck is designed to go on the road. Once you get that truck on the road and you set cruise control on 95, and you're just going, you're not stop and go, stop and go. It's not going to
Florida.
It's not going to
Florida traffic. It's stop and go traffic.
as soon as we get out of Florida. But I was looking at option of saving approximately $5,000 on the freight.
We'll be investing money, even repairs. We'll go buying a used one, buying a new one. What concerns me is that notation that truck number 2 is down because nobody checked the oil.
Yes.
And I want that to be solved as part of what's going on. I don't want to come back here in some period of time and you tell me people aren't checking oil again.
Yes.
That's what it was.
If you will, Mr. Holloman, tell them what you told me the other week about 9 gallons. It hold 9, but it was dropping a gallon a day.
It's burning it.
Burning it.
It's not so much as checking it, it's burning on it.
Which truck is that?
The
one that's needing motor.
So that's something internal to the engine.
Yeah.
The ring.
Yeah.
Have we looked at lease purchase?
We can't do it because it's a debt instrument.
In times past, I thought we had used lease purchase as a way of avoiding
Right.
some of our financial constraints.
I did reach out to our CPA and she is advised that we cannot, any type of that is not available to us at this time.
Why is the information changing?
Because GASB changes, that's why I'm not in the finance seat, because that's one of those reasons why the changes on what a municipality can do or what they have to count has changed as well. So I can have her to write something up and get it over to y'all to explain that.
So if we get this truck that's 179, 900, that's in Florida, and we sell the other 2 trucks for roughly 75, then we only in for about 105 out of the capital fund.
If those numbers are true, or untrue.
Give and take.
For reality.
What did we purchase, the truck we purchased 6 months ago for? 45,000.
Yes, sir.
That was last year,
Last
before our
year.
decision, that was last year.
Now,
That was running.
that was running. Yeah, just,
The one that's burning oil, does it need an overhaul of the engine?
That's the one that needs to burn up.
yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
When we noticed it was burning oil, did we ever have a diesel mechanic open it up and see if we could replace the rings?
No, sir.
Okay.
And then you ain't got enough downtime for that.
Well,
They take a minute to do that.
Got downtime now.
Yeah,
They were doing good now.
That's what we're saying, if you buy another brand new truck and you get the other one, you're still gonna be in that same position with the downtime, for you to check it. And so drivers just will jump in and run and you gotta go. We understand that, and then We understand, as I've said before, you're a one-man show out there, there's a lot for you to try to take care of. And then it's up and going, and everybody, the guys are trying their best to get it picked up, so nobody's upset for the trash being picked up, and things happen, we understand that. But it puts you back in that same position where even though you got a truck that's only got 20,000 miles on it, we may be good for a little while, but then all of a sudden that one's down, and then we're back in the same position, but we're still in the same position of not, as you're saying now, not having enough time really to maintain them, because they're both out and going.
If we were to repair those 2 trucks and we ran one of our repaired trucks for one of the 4 days a week that we run for residential, that would give 1 day a week for maintenance on any of the 1-3 trucks we wanted to do.
Now, the gentleman said, y'all said that the one part was about 3 miles, that's the hydraulics on the back of the truck, right?
Yes.
And that's the part that's supposed to be, gonna be fixed, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the truck that they're operating now.
See,
That's the truck one now?
That's the truck that they operate now. Got the issue.
The one they're operating now is the one that's,
Yeah, that's the
well,
one.
that one, so in other words, the one that's running now needs to be fixed.
So as soon as we get one of
So
them
it's not
fixed,
the
we're
one that's
done.
out there that needs to be fixed, it's the one that's running that needs to be fixed. So now we got 2 that need to be fixed and a third one that's running. It's there. Okay.
Please buy new trucks.
It's getting worse, doesn't it?
It keeps getting worse.
Out of the
you
new,
can tell me, I don't think y'all
Please
can.
buy a new
I
truck.
have a question before, sorry, man. When he got pushed off by the thing, I guess automatically coming up, is that what's happening?
Yeah, they've been studying watching it, keep it from doing that.
Okay.
Well, you forget.
When that happened, do we bring it to management?
Yes, sir. They had no choice. Not get thrown in the ditch.
Okay. Okay.
Here
But
goes
the
that's why I
gentleman
can't-
said you had-
Have we got a
they
quote
had
to
the
fix
department
that?
head right now.
Have we got a
You
quote
knew
to
it
fix that?
happened. You reported everything.
We don't know what's causing it. That's how I
I
draw
know you know what else causing it, but it needs to be looked at, but of course, you're still out trying to run it, when you really shouldn't be running it either. There's
Well,
something to make of it.
some can, you told me it was the levers, right? And we have to make sure the lever is
Yeah,
engaged.
make sure they stay locked.
So we have the only truck that we have operating is a truck that has issues and that could potentially put employees in harm's way.
So it's a killer truck.
No, please don't say that.
Potential somebody can get hurt on that truck. So we need to seriously go ahead and purchase a truck. This is crazy.
Okay,
This is dangerous and crazy.
well,
Go with the proposal here.
Mayor.
what,
Yes, Mr. Bell.
thank you. Out of truck number 1, the freight line of truck number 2, the Ford, either one of them worth fixing? I mean, what's gonna operate better? The Ford truck with a new engine in it, or if it's got a new engine in it, not transmissions and what have you can, but if it's got a new engine in it, how serviceable will it be?
The Ford truck, that's a Timmons truck. What is it, 2011? I'm pretty sure it's got way more miles than the 17 or 18 we got sitting back there. I would, me personally, I would deal with 18. But it got what, 7,000 miles on it.
You would go with the freight liner?
Yes, I sure would.
And if we go to sell the Ford with no engine in it, what kind of money are we looking at possibly getting? Anybody go buy it?
It's hard to say.
potential for parts, I guess.
Yeah. The body on it's good, the winch system that's on top of it's good. The hydraulics are fairly good shape, and as far as we know, the transmission rear end is. So it'll be just strictly for parts.
How long have you had that truck?
Now,
Has it been 6 months now?
We've had that truck for right at a year now.
Yeah.
Maybe just slightly over a year.
Do we get 20,000 for it?
Yeah, it would be hard to say.
But you're just saying that this is good on, that's good on, that's good on, that's good on. I understand that the transmission, you can't go underneath there and look, tell the transmission can clock on you tomorrow. Rear end can clock on you tomorrow. But those are things that could also be fixed too. But if everything else is working on it, that's a serviceable truck, even though it's 2011, body's good on it, everything else is you know.
Well, if we're thinking we can get 75 for 2 trucks, and we ought to know what we can get for each of the trucks to come up with 75. So give me a number of what I can realistically expect.
Again, I can't say when it having a blown motor.
Okay, so the figure of 75 is an unknown as well.
Yes, sir. It would all be up on who's gonna bid on it, when it goes to auction. If we got somebody bidding on it that's gonna turn around and resell it to go overseas into another country somewhere, we might get more.
We roll into dollars.
Yes, sir. Or strictly gambling on
Well, boy, I say gamble is what we got. We got known issues. And then we spend the next 90 days figuring out our new truck. Or new used.
You still need a third truck fixed too, because it needs an insurance.
Well, you get 2 of them running, they put that one right into the shop. And rotate them so we service them. My suggestion.
And the one we got running now, we need to do what to it?
The hydraulics are starting to fill on it.
And have we cost estimated that?
No, sir, not yet. Due to the fact that's the only truck we've got operating, and we can't afford to have it down. It's running 5
I
days a week.
understand that, but do we know how much it would take to keep it running?
I'm assuming, again, this is just a good assumption, probably 30,000 again, because almost all the same issues.
What do you think, Ken?
I think it's in the 2 lots of them in the back.
Okay.
How much?
I don't know the price of them, but it shouldn't be no 30,000.
Then, well, we got, putting new shoes on the blades.
Yeah, you're right.
You got, tempers that are leaking, constantly. So those
There's one
things
still
are-
in the back leaking.
Yep.
We still talking about the one operating now?
But I'm saying if you spend 30 on that one and you spend 60 on this two, you spend $90,000, still half of what you get on this other one. Now you should have 3 trucks that are all up to par being serviced, one with a brand new motor in it, one of them with the motor of, you said only got how many miles on it, 70,000 miles on one motor?
Do you think that would get us a year to 2 years potentially? Because in a year to 2 years, we'll have 2 trucks that the 2 we bought, 17, I guess 18. Those will be
But
paid
right
off.
this minute with that truck, I was focused on getting it safe.
Yeah.
It
But
wasn't that much down there.
There's no, I mean, there's no, they can tell you yes or no, but
Yeah.
there's a
That's
gamble.
right.
But again, you get put it all, and then next month y'all come in and tell us transmission torque. But still, you've got 2 or 3 trucks running, and half the money y'all out the door, to where you still can make sure they're being serviced and maintained.
Could we fix truck number 1 and our current truck for $50,000?
The Freightliner or the
The Freightliner, if it's the one that is better to be fixed, or if the Ford's better to be fixed, could we fix it plus the one that's running now for $50,000?
That's very well possible.
So the one with the blowed motor, they want $31,000 to fix it.
28.
28, yeah.
29, 23.
So, when you did it, and, I'm not, don't try to be mechanical at all, but the problem with this, when you're talking about with the motor, or the engine or whatever, there was something wrong with the engine that caused it to have the oil out. So, and so how do we know if we just replace put an engine in it, it's gonna not have the same thing?
Because you taking away the engine, what's in it, you just.
I'm understanding that, but I'm just saying, because it's in that truck, that truck didn't have any significance on the engine being the way that it was.
No, ma'am.
If you put a new engine in,
But see,
they say we have
it's
a
just
warranty, right?
because,
Yes, sir.
that wasn't, I'm just saying, whatever truck that is, they say there was 100 trucks made that year. That's the only one that had that particular problem with the engine.
No, actually, the reason
You see
why-
this is somebody that, it's just a major part, yeah.
You got a motor that runs your truck, and that motor, for whatever reason, it could have been somebody didn't put oil in, it could have just been a defect in that motor, that one motor, and it could be caused nothing they did or whatever else, and it started burning oil, and then he put enough oil in, and it locked up. Motor locked up, take that motor out, put another motor in, It's got a 1-year warranty on that motor.
Okay, so
We
that's
know it's
what you
driving
said.
down the road, but it might stop because the transmission might go out. Transmission might
Right,
push
okay,
it.
I'm
So
just
there's still multiple things
trying
that
to,
can
trying to
happen.
wrap my head around the motor. But you said this was a defected motor. It's a defect in the motor.
We don't know. We don't know whether.
No, I thought you said there was something in the motor that caused it to burn up the oil.
No.
The rings.
See what I'm saying?
No oil in it. It could be a problem with the engine, it could be a problem with the operator. Not checking to be sure the oil was.
No,
full
I
up.
got that the engine was faulty. I
This
got
one-
that, that's what I'm,
Okay, this one is the one that was burning oil.
But you still got 2 pickup trucks that are, a lot of times coming up or repairs would need to be under them too. I think we should spend all our funds for that.
If we repaired
I just.
a broken vehicle, put a new engine in it, we get a warranty for a year. Other stuff is currently working on it. We then have 2 trucks, but one of them needs to be serviced as well because the hydraulics are a problem with it. So even if we fix truck by engine, we need to take truck with hydraulics and pull it out long enough to fix it, which really leaves us where we are now, 1 truck. All right. We suspend recycling for a period of time and put recycled items not in the blue roll cart, but in the green roll cart. Then we can operate on 1 truck while the truck that is now being used is being repaired. We get back to 2 trucks. And we will have blue roll cart service and green roll cart service at that point in time. Probably what time frame are we talking about being without blue roll cards?
Yeah, at least a month.
A month, all right. So the citizens are asked not to put things in a blue roll card for a month, put it in the green, and we pick up green once a week.
Yes.
So hopefully there would be enough space in there to do the recycle as well as the ordinary yard.
If you go ahead and fix both the trucks, then you hopefully have 3 trucks because something along the line somewhere, something's gonna go
I
down.
got some concern about one of those trucks, but anyhow, that
Well,
would give
the other
us.
truck, the truck he was saying with the motor in it is the older truck. The one with the other truck was the one he was suggesting that we go ahead and fix, which is the $31,000. But then they said the truck with the motor that's blown in it, he just stood there and said everything else is good on it. Yeah, it's an older truck, it's got a,
But
sure it's out
everything's
there
good.
lifetime, but it's still working, it's been working.
Plus the 1-year motor.
Yeah, plus it's got a 1-year motor.
Um,
I think you should go ahead and just fix the motor.
To me, it looks like a temporary fix is to suspend blue roll carts for a month. Continue to use the one, if we have to, without, that needs hydraulics work done, to pick up the green roll carts. Fix one of these other 2 and pull the hydraulic truck out of service, fix it, and then we got 2 operating trucks.
The only
I mean, we
downside is that would put us even farther back on, services, because once we get 1 fixed, it's gonna take at least a month for repairs.
So we would be without blue card for 2 months,
Yes, sir,
blue roll cards for 2 months.
at a minimum. Because, the one that we're currently running on that needs service and needs, hydraulic issues fixed as well, there's no telling how long it'll take to fix, because we have to take it through, Lexington for repairs, and we're at the mercy of supplies.
Can I amend your suggestion?
Yeah.
If we fix 2 of them, that means within a month, we might be back on route.
Yes, sir.
And then we could take that truck that needs the back repaired, and we
And then-
still wouldn't lose only a month of recycling.
Correct.
But you also have someone riding on the truck, putting their life in jeopardy, because at any time the lever could float and throw them off again.
Well, I had a company today that suggests, and I don't know the name of the company, Dana Moore. She
Yes.
said they would step in and help us in any kind of way, no charge. So I don't know if you suggested them, I don't know what they have, what their service is. But she said they could come and help, so maybe they would help. I don't know. She said that. Davis.
All of
They had
this.
more, but I'm not sure they were. Davis.
Okay, all of this discussion about repairing, okay? The truck that we have operating now needs repair.
Yes, ma'am.
And whatever they're talking about, I done lost the, trying to keep up with each one of them. I'm not my suggestion, we buy and repair and get so that we can have whatever. We are already in a financial bind period as we being counsel, what's the word, coached or whatever by our CPA. They're letting us know little by little, this is something that we can do to keep, and this is a major problem, and we have discussed it to the vote. These trucks are down, and the one operating is down. You're saying we had some help from Hartsville. You, Mayor, you're just saying somebody else is offering some help, whatever that is. I do not understand why it is so hard to get to purchase and repair. Do whatever, because he says if within a week we could be operating. It's gonna take a month with just the repairs, but at least with the purchase and the repair, it's less time. Why don't we move on?
Let me explain to you why it's hard. Because my daddy always told me, if you don't have the money.
I'm saying that because all of our daddies live at the same time. Go
I was
ahead.
always taught if you don't have the money, you don't buy it. Well, in today's world, you have to finance stuff.
Well,
As
I'm
our
just
city
getting
manager
into
told
that
us-
thought pattern because we've been spending money that we didn't have.
As our city manager told us, we're already pretty much at the point that we can't finance anything. So then, if we go and spend all the money we got in a little pot, now we're down to where we can't have any cash or any credit. So if you fix what you got, and you still have some cash left over, we're hopefully can get by here. My next question is to you, Mr. Reed, is Davis's, is it possible that you could contact them tomorrow, that they could fill in while we get this other truck fixed? Or something of that nature, we hire them or whatever, to get this other person off the truck, that take a chance of getting hurt. That truck can go ahead and be pulled.
I can reach out to them, but again, it's going, we're gonna find out what all the legalities of it is. Yeah, if we have to do, I would deal with the city of Hartsville, do a LOI for them, and what the cost is gonna be, where they're gonna dump at. Where they dump at is gonna depend on how much it's gonna cost.
Well, I know there's a lot, I mean, Mrs. Hawkins would have the contact to make sure everything's legal, what they're willing to do, have sign off, so we weren't sued by them, and so forth, but there's a chance that somebody else could sub in, that we could get that truck on off, or we're getting everything fixed. And so therefore, we don't wanna, we're in a pickle, you don't want a person not to get a chance to get hurt, at the same time, we don't wanna stall where we have no trash can.
But to me, it makes more sense to purchase a new truck, maybe fix one of the other ones, that one that Kendrick was talking about. It doesn't make sense to me to have 3 trucks running around with Band-Aids on them. It makes more sense to have a new truck that's, we know is in good shape, and then use the other 2 to assist that truck. And maybe next year, going into next year, or a little after next year, we'll be able to purchase another truck. But it makes no sense to keep throwing good money after bad money. And that's what that's what this council is constantly doing.
And I agree with you.
We're constantly throwing away money on junk. We're throwing away money on that splash pad. Because we didn't follow the rules and follow the law, and we spent $700,000 or $600,000 when we should have done it the right way. Now you're talking about buying, you are speaking, right? Now we're talking about fixing and patching and putting Band-Aids on things, and we're talking about jeopardizing an employee's life because we don't wanna spend money that's in the capital fund that's already there to purchase the truck. That don't make sense.
All right,
That makes no sense.
I'm fine with part of your agreement statement with the splash pad and all that, and those hospitality funds, we didn't waste any funds on that. But I agree with, I don't wanna continue to fix stuff either, but we're at a point that we can go buy a new truck. That's gonna be 3 to 6 months out, that ain't gonna fix the issue right this moment. So, and again, if we do buy the truck, then we're gonna be to here in debt, and we're gonna be out with no cash. Because you're not gonna get $75,000 back in for 2 used trucks that don't work. You'll get about $20,000 back in your pocket, so then when something else goes down, then we have no credit, and we have no money. So that's why it would be nice to get it to that point, because we can't continue to operate this way, things gotta be figured out a little bit different. So, yes, I agree with, I don't like constantly fixing stuff either, but I think the stuff can be fixed. I know the stuff can be fixed. I drive around in stuff that's 1949s and still rides on the road and take you where you wanna go. As long as it's maintained and worked on and fixed.
So, Mayor, you said something that it was gonna take a long time to get the truck, the new truck. You said it took
He said short with a year. They're saying now they're guessing, they don't, nobody knows, 3 months to a year.
I mean, on this proposal, you got.
So that proposal there, that's based off of, the price that we had available to us, a few months ago. That way, you have at least a ballpark number of what a new truck will cost. However, it can take us, we might look up and find one here in a couple weeks, I might get a phone call from a dealer, and it says, hey, I got somebody, that just refused the truck again. We don't know, but if we go out and we go to the manufacturer and say, hey, I want this truck spec'd out, with XYZ, it's gonna take anywhere from 3 to 6 months at a minimum, because they have to build the truck from ground up. Now, they might have some rolling stock, since it is getting towards the later end of the year. We don't know, it's, world of possibilities that we don't know.
So when you put this in, the best way, okay, so trash trucks are not like just regular, they don't have them on the lot.
No.
You can't just call a lot and get a truck. Okay, so the real one is this in lightly used?
Yes.
Is that what you're?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the one you saying that you could
Yes, ma'am.
get back in quicker?
The one we can, if we got it approved to go purchase it, we can set out the end of not the end of this week, because we've got a funeral to go to and attend Saturday. We can stretch out, Sunday night, be there, Monday morning when they open up.
Today's right here.
Get it all, all paperwork finalized, have the authorization to sign for it while we're there, and drive it home.
And this is good with only 20,000 miles on it?
Yes, ma'am.
But you spent $180,000, you got $50,000 left, and no credit to buy anything. And you got a truck that the man's driving on that is not fit, that needs service, okay? You got 2 other trucks that could be serviced that you could either sell, whatever else, but still you're back in a position that if you take part of that $50,000 to fix his truck, what you're saying could be $10,000 to $20,000. You still spend a good bit of your money, you're left with $30,000, $40,000 left over, and you're still out with 2 trucks that are constantly running, no backup.
So what if we did, if they purchased this truck in Florida, but have it delivered here? Fix truck number 1, pay the funds to fix truck number 1, so the truck that is currently running, we could end up getting that one fixed, so you still have 3 trucks in your fleet. You'd only have to worry about maybe recycling not doing recycling for a couple of weeks, and our citizens can still get services. You still have 3 trucks, you still have a backup, and you can see how much it'll cost to fix the truck that's currently in.
Let's see to get this here.
As the administration says, both trucks are critical to daily operations and should be prioritized for immediate repair to avoid further delays in trash collection services. Based on vendor estimates and internal assessments, repair costs are effective compared to replacement. Approving these repairs promptly will ensure operational continuity. Requested action, approval of repair budget totaling $60,084.96, and authorization to proceed with service. That's what I would like to suggest.
I thought you was reading something. I didn't
Just the
even
end of this.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
it
the
is
It's
just,
just right at the end of page 3, but that still puts, that still leaves our employee in jeopardy riding on the truck, that, you know, it's.
oh, which
still
one
not
is,
getting
no,
off
it's
the
not
truck
this,
That has a problem.
it's not a proposal. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
It's a recommendation.
That was
Inclusion
Lucas's
and
recommendation.
recommendation.
That was Lucas's recommendation. But
Is
it's-
that Lucas, is that your recommendation? Did you talk with Ms. Hawkins about it? Did y'all-
So my recommendation is actually fixing, both trucks plus the purchase of a used truck, however, we don't have the funds for
Right,
it.
that's
Where
what
do
it's
you,
on.
where would your repair funds come from? Your operational budget?
So
Or do those have to
yeah.
come from capital?
So these repairs would have to come from capital due to the amounts.
So you've got 60 plus 180, so you got 240
Yes,
to buy a used truck and fix 2 trucks.
yes.
So in your repair line item, how much is in your repair line item?
I didn't bring my budget with me tonight, so I can't tell you the exact dollar amount, how much I
But you do have money in
So
it.
why can't you use the, money out your repair line item to fix your truck?
I don't have that much in there.
Okay.
So you don't know how much you have left. You don't know right now how much in repair
Oh, it's chilly in here.
cost, or how much in repair funds you have actually got to deal with for the rest of your fleet.
Yes, sir. Yeah, for the remainder of the year.
You spend 240, you got no cash left.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Young man, let's go over there.
I say we move forward with these 2 repairs. We'll have a meeting in 2 weeks, and let's delve into all the different financial accounts so we're all clear. I know after last meeting, a couple council members were unfamiliar with some of this stuff, so.
Well, I truly suggest that we get that, the truck
I don't want to completely wipe out a
and,
fund.
and
We
do
don't
the
know what's
repairs.
coming.
I'm for purchasing the truck and whatever we got, if we have to repair one truck at a time. But at least get something that
Moving.
is, yes.
And if there's there's 240,000 in there, and the truck is only 180, you're not depleting the whole fund.
You got the 60 repair costs also coming out of there.
Well, that's if you do
Well,
them
that's
all
only
at
if
one
you do
time.
both of them.
Yeah,
Or if you
do
do
one
all
at
of
a
them, no, you
time.
don't.
That would be, because then there would be 4 trucks, and we don't need 4.
We wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, but we gotta fix the one that's
Yeah, as
in
soon as we-
operation now, so I'm just assuming
Yeah.
that's gonna be the equivalent of one of the 2 that he's mentioned here.
For sure.
So if we purchase the lightly used truck, fix number 1, you got an engine that's blown in a 2011 truck and you don't bother to fix that one, but instead, because the workers now need a safe, reliable vehicle. And currently they do not. And if we just fix these 2 used vehicles, they're still trying to operate on a truck that's old and there's a safety and has a liability. So they need something that they can actually operate in right now that's reliable and it doesn't put anyone's life at risk. So at some point, we have to buy something that they can actually operate now. I mean, we really have to. There's not.
They need something that's safe to operate.
That's right. They need something that's safe to operate.
Kendrick, is there anything that, if we are operating that truck now, is there something that can be done to ensure the safety of the individuals who are riding on it?
I'm hungry.
In the lock position, it can't open.
No, it can't, no.
So how did it open before if it was in the lock position?
Because the cylinder's relaxing, the pressure relieving off of it to keep them locked.
I think what she's
Right, so that means it's not safe.
No, it's not.
Right, so it could open at any time.
It pick up.
That's what I'm asking.
It's gonna take a minute for it.
So I guess
so
what she's
then, so you
asking-
expecting them to watch that cylinder as they ride on the back of that truck?
That's what they've been
That's
doing.
what you expect them
That's
to
what
do.
they've been doing, and that's
That's
a
what they've been doing.
delay, it's
Okay, so
delayed.
when he got thrown off, and the young man got thrown off, was that the first time it happened? Was that how you all knew that the cylinders weren't working?
Yes,
Or is it happening, has it happened more than one time?
I really can't answer that. Miss Ann may know. Did they happen before?
Yes, it not always open the back, but when it's packed, the residential garbage is much more than the commercial, the recycled garbage. So they have more trash and stuff going in it, and as they're hitting bumps and loading it in, it will shoot down. That's actually the truck that I drive for recycle and commercial. The guy that I work with, he knows how to keep it safe. It has popped on us, but they have more trash than we do. It's pretty much like 3/4 of our route for recycle that it'll pop. I don't know how it pops with them because they're not used to that truck, but the guy and I am. So it does come up. I don't know about the flying off. I haven't drove in probably since Wednesday. Every Wednesday is when I can drive it.
Do you have a way of checking on what the capacity you are so you would know when to go dump before you come back and pick back up again before it gets to that point where it's not safe to operate?
The guy that works with me, he handles that. I drive. I do help him on our light recycle days and our commercial days, but he's aware, he's been on that truck for a while, and he knows how to check it, how much is in there. We dump once. The garbage truck dumps twice a day. We only dump once.
And do y'all hear, I don't know, but just the length that our employees are going to keep service, that you've got to maintain a lookout for the hazard part on the equipment to actually do your job. I mean, they have to do that, and I just think that we should keep that in mind and give them something safe. Just purchase the one that we can and get something
Well,
here
we're trying to
quickly.
give them something safe, but if you go back to what Kendrick said, if you got one truck and another truck, you only got two trucks, then you're still at the point that they can't take time to have that downtime to maintenance them the way they should be maintenance, where you really, you say, well, we got three
So
trucks,
you
you need a minimum of 3 trucks, I mean.
Exactly,
To where you
but-
gotta back up and you got 2 of them running, and one of them can come back in for maintenance, the other one's out running, and he's got time to sit there and watch to see
So
what's
if you
going on.
get-
How long has that been going on that truck?
Right.
How long has that been going on?
If you get,
I've been here 7 months, I believe. I'm gonna say about 3 months.
First time we heard about it.
It should have been.
now you understand. Well, we heard about, I heard about the young man getting thrown off the
I
truck,
wish
so
everybody got the same
I didn't know what
information.
that
I wish we got the same information when y'all get all the stuff and don't tell us.
But I'm wanting us to move on. We need to, we've been at it now for over an hour or so. And I think we've looked at all possibilities. I don't know whether anybody's gonna change, but I truly think, and I'm suggesting that we purchase this lightly, used truck that the department head has proposed, who knows this area, given, answered all our questions and outline everything, and work out a schedule to do the repair. Not take this one down, don't repair that one, repair the other one while you got these two that are operable. and then take it down when the other one get fixed. That's my suggestion, council.
In an effort to move things forward, I'll make a motion, we vote, however it happens, it happens. I'll make a motion then to purchase the used trash truck, a 2022 Mack T 64 W Pack Mack rear loader for $179,900 with the intent that we get this truck delivered to us and repair.
I don't wanna put that.
That's gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, I mean,
Potentially skyrocket in the price.
Yeah.
and that little miles on it shows 100 miles, 200.
Finish your motion.
Yeah.
With repair of truck number 1, Freightliner M2.
You're gonna have to do those as separate bids, ma'am. They're for multiple companies. So you're gonna have
I
to
make
do
a
separate
motion.
motions.
I make the motion to purchase the used trash truck, 2022 Mack TE 64 with Pat Mack rear loader for $179,900.
I'll second that motion.
Mr. Carter?
No.
Mr. Milling? No. Mr. Segers? No. Ms. Reed?
Of course.
Okay, no.
Motion fails. I'd like to motion that we approve the Fleetwood truck. Is that, which bid is that?
Which one?
The one that's not TW. I want to do that
That'd
one
be the
first. Which bid, Amic?
Yep. So the
Okay.
Amic will be the Freightliner.
So I want to make a motion that we approve Amic equipment to repair, the garbage truck for $31,204.96.
Which garbage truck?
This is the Fleetwood. I'm doing them as two separate ones because it's two separate bids.
Freightliner?
Freightliner, yes, sir.
That's the one with the hydraulics, not me.
Yep, I'm just doing that one first, just because you're gonna have to do them separately because they're separate quotes. But I would, like to make the motion for the Freightliner truck, to be repaired with Amic, equipment. I'm messing them up now. Fleet,
Alright, so PD Fleet will be for the Ford.
there we go. Alright,
So that's the one you just did.
okay.
Truck number 1.
Truck number one for $29,090.66.
Back up there, you just said $31,000.
Yeah.
You can do it one or two.
This is the second, this is the third page.
Yep. So this is the one with locked up motor. That's the one with hydraulic.
Yep. So, Fleetwood is the manufacturer of the truck, correct?
No,
Freightliner.
Freightliner.
Fleetwood's the name of
Or band, depending on which one you reference.
Fair enough. Alright, Freightliner truck to be repaired, $31,204.96 with Amic equipment. Last page of the Amic equipment quote. That is my motion.
Mr. Milling?
I'll vote for Kendrick said number 1's worth fixing.
Ms. McCray? Ms. Reed?
I'm not voting for none of this until y'all get a new truck.
Yes, sir.
Another truck,
Yes, sir.
something safe, and y'all gonna repair that. Is these related to any of you guys? Really, y'all want all these people to repair? It's
Ms.
something
Reed,
that's not, I
don't
don't like that.
insinuate, stuff like that, just vote yes or no.
Well, yes, I can't say things like that because you all are not, you all are just, it's just obvious, it's just obvious that you don't
You
want
haven't
to
ever
do
said it needed to
things
be
that would
fixed,
help.
so, we'll go by
I
the-
mean,
Yes or no,
enough
Ms.
is
Reed?
enough, guys. Enough is enough.
Yes or no, Ms. Reed?
Enough is enough.
Yes or no?
I said no.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Ms. Baggins?
No, because I'm not gonna put employees' life in jeopardy on no
Jesus.
Band-aid truck. No.
See, I don't think y'all get the kind of things that we get in our neighborhood. You know, I've had to have,
Mrs. Reed,
I've-
Mrs. Reed, that's fine.
please,
No,
and
Mrs. Reed,
I
this is
have
a- This is a
had.
discussion on the table for a vote.
No, it's not. Y'all, the vote passed.
No, vote hadn't passed yet.
Okay.
My vote comes up.
You
yes,
have but two
because Mr.
non-votes.
Mr.
The other one went.
Yes, Mr. Kendrick said the truck can be fixed, so we're gonna fix the truck.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, now that it has, did it pass?
They did.
Okay, well, at this point, I'm still saying that I do not believe you guys get rid. I've had to have some of the residents in my area bring their trash to me so that it'll get picked up. Because I say, well, I know they're gonna come here. You understand?
So they go to your house and
They
other
bring
neighborhoods?
the trash to mine from different parts of the town, from Ward 3 and 1.
Okay.
Mrs. Reed, we have to fix the truck
Now-
with the amount of money that we have, so we have a choice to either.
But you have the amount of
completely
money to purchase
replenish it
one
or
as
whatever,
well.
Okay? And so
You ignore,
every side of town wants their trash picked up.
right,
Can I
but you ignore our department head. I mean, when
I
it
remember
favors
that,
you,
he said
when
it
it
could be
favors
fixed.
you, you go along with it. But
both
the
sides
man
could be
prepared a kind of decent proposal. He responded to all of the requests that you had, and he did.
And we
So
made a
it's
decision.
just you all wanted, well,
We made a
yeah,
decision.
against him. Keep that in mind.
No, it's not against him. Quit.
It is,
classifying
you didn't
stuff.
go along with this.
Mr. Kendrick, did you not just say the truck could be fixed?
I said the
Out in
department
record, He
head.
said it could be fixed. Did you say the truck could be fixed, Mr. Lucas?
Yes.
The both of them said the truck could be fixed. End of discussion. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's not his
Ron
proposal.
Gardner?
I would like
It's
to
not
motion
anything.
that we approve the quote for PD Fleet for $28,880. I understand it is an old 2011 truck, Judge, but we need 3 trucks right now because we have a whole bunch of used trucks. And so I would like us to approve this second quote to repair the second truck that's down currently.
Okay. Is that somebody y'all know?
Hold on, Mayor, I need to
I
make.
just
Quit
asked-
making accusations of that way, please.
I asked a question, I didn't make no accusation.
It is. We don't know if any of these people.
Are you
Okay, so
sure?
quit
Okay,
making those accusations.
So you
okay?
should-
And you know
answered
good and well,
yes.
the only reason that y'all know that the gentleman is my cousin because I recused myself for ethical reasons. You can smile all you want.
Yeah.
She literally
You
said
see-
that she was glad I did something ethically
Okay,
right.
keep my name
That
out your-
was her
keep my
comment.
name out your mouth.
And because of that is the only
Keep my
reason that you
name out
know
your mouth.
that it is my cousin.
Keep my name
But
out
me-
your mouth.
Cancel.
No, Mayor.
Cancel.
My name out your mouth.
Go ahead and make your decision, what you would like to do. Drop any other
The only
discussion.
reason you know is
Drop any other discussion.
Yes,
Cancel.
I have a question.
Yes, sir, Mr. Excuse me, I apologize to the citizens, I apologize to the world, okay?
I'm gonna back up. Something that was mentioned about trying to find out who could help us out on a temporary basis. We've got one truck running, we've got one truck that we've just approved payment to repair.
Davis texted me today and said that they would be willing to help. What they can do, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Right.
We will meet again in 2 weeks. If we can get the information before that, we can have a call meeting and try to get back together.
Yeah.
But if we can get and I don't know what figures we would be talking with, but I hate to put 30 into the truck without an engine. If we can put 30 into getting some temporary service while we look to see what else we can do. We would have 2 trucks running, and if we've got 2 trucks running plus Davis helping, we might be in a position where without an interruption of service, we can rely on Davis for a short period of time and continue to have service and take a look at what makes more sense after that. I know we need 3 trucks. I get the sense that the trucks come and go like they do with automobiles. There are different opportunities arising every day. And so if you're monitoring things, then we're in a position to know what may come along after that. But the thing I'm trying to figure out is, with the equipment that you've got and the limited repair budget you've got, knowing what's going to break down, I'm trying to keep some money in the kitty while continuing to provide services. And that's the reason I'm not going to vote to fix the failure of the no engine truck.
Let me throw this in, and let me ask the 2 gentlemen here a while ago, what you just said about the second truck for $28,000. every truck, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh,
Brand new,
absolutely.
okay? But the truck he just said, if I reiterate what you just said, you said hydraulics was good on it, the body's good on it. Kendrick said, tell me if I'm wrong, Kendrick said, transmission works, the rear end works, but it could blow out more. We don't know, correct? Okay? We don't know. We
But
know
that-
it's an
that
old,
truck is
we
down.
know it's an older truck, but it's gonna put a brand new motor in it for $28,000, okay? So, when you fix it now, fix it later, I think it's worth fixing sometime down the road, but, okay? If you sell it, you're probably gonna get $5,000-10,000 for it like you did the last one.
Well, no, if we fix it, yeah, we can get way more.
Oh, yeah, if you fix it, yeah.
Do we get our recovery cost about fixing the engine plus some?
Yes, sir. Guaranteed.
I'll say, this is the truck that we just purchased a little over a year ago. It wasn't in our fleet, so we aren't really sure about how this transmission or anything else is on this truck. It's a 2011, it's 14 years old, about to be 15, because it's
How many
already
miles is on
September.
It should be right there on it.
On the, no, how many miles?
On-
Okay, yeah.
No, it doesn't say how many miles.
248,000.
Now again, that one, it does come with a 1-year warranty on the engine. And I know we had quite a few complaints, we just did some work on that truck because it was, leaking trash juice. I think we didn't even get to use it a day. Well, not even a full day, for repairing that, anyway. So, I mean,
That's just mine.
Well, I will withdraw my motion, wait 2 weeks, put that together, and get some more education on some options.
All right.
It's still gonna fix our issue though, because we still have one truck.
Hallelujah.
As soon as we get one
But
fixed,
that's
we're
all
gonna
right.
have one
They
go back
got
in for
it.
We
repairs.
don't have one truck.
They
We're
got
gonna
it.
have one truck.
If we purchase a truck, we would,
We still have one truck.
Mrs. Hawkins, can you contact Davis tomorrow to see if they're willing, she said they will be willing to step in.
What's the name of the company?
What is it, Davis what?
all I know,
I'll have to get the number sent to you.
Hallelujah.
We also have a mechanic that the fire department uses, if we could please make sure they come and give us a quote on the vehicle.
I reached out to them,
Okay.
they said they will not touch putting a new motor in.
Okay.
No.
Who's that?
Only you guys here want that.
The chief sent me the contact, I reached out to them, they said their company does not put motors in.
Okay.
And especially with it being seized up, that'd be a whole mess they don't wanna get involved in.
Okay.
So I'll get the number to Mrs. Hawkins tomorrow, she can contact Davis and see whether they're willing to step in, so we can get this other truck back in the parts place to get it fixed. And or hopefully if you order the things, I would suggest you go ahead and order. Can you go ahead and order the parts for it and have it here? How long does it take, normally take for them to come in?
Probably 2 or 3 days.
Go ahead and order those.
Somebody for what, the one that's
The
lifted
one's
on.
running now. Yeah. Go ahead and order the, I would suggest, that's my suggestion, you know, go ahead and order the parts for it. And
Is it under $5,000 to order the parts?
It's hard to say.
It's an emergency situation. I think the city manager has the authority on an emergency.
Get the parts, and when you get
That's
the
what-
truck,
that's
they
what-
run, fix
It
it.
sounds like y'all might need to get on out there with all the suggestions y'all got.
Get you help.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna help, I'm gonna bring a new one.
Okay, thank you. All right, so, number 3, you've already voted on. Number 4, ordinance number 2025-05, amended business license ordinance, Mrs. Hawkins.
I sent email that out to you all prior to, this is a housekeeping issue with the municipal association for the business license. We have to update it every 2 years. We did it back in 2023. And this is the year to do it again, to update it. We won't have to do it again until 2027
Any
in order to
changes?
be in compliance
Any changes?
with that,
from last time?
The schedule that I emailed you all, everything is from the municipal association.
Right.
I sent you an email.
Yeah.
There's
And
nothing.
it was in our packet, it was in our packet,
Yeah, I emailed it and I put it in the packet.
I'd like to motion to approve ordinance number 2025-05, amending business license ordinance.
Second.
Mr. Craven? Mr. Seegers? Ms. Reed? Ms. Backus? Aye, motion's carried, thank you. Number 5, vote to hire assistant judge, Mr. Edwards?
Yes, sir. How are you doing today?
Good.
I've got the resume here of Mariana White. I guess about a month and a half ago, Judge Stutz called me and Judge James is stepping down. He's kind of 1 foot out the door at this particular point. And so, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Is this person you and the judges?
Yes, person that, we put our heads together. A couple things about it. We both know Mariana. Mariana works in Darlington, works in Marlboro, is from Darlington. She works as a public defender, and I think both of us were pretty adamant we wanted somebody that's known for her public service. She would also be our first ever female judge. And again, Robert and I talked several times about this, about the best way to go about it, because Mark, I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but again, he's definitely 1 foot out the door, so Robert's been working overtime, trying to keep it together. But from both of our conversations with myself and the sitting judge, we decided Mariana would be our best candidate, and I think she'd do a heck of a job. It's not a situation where as city attorney or something like that where you have to do a publication, put it in the newspaper and go about it like that. It's just something that requires a vote. Any sort of concerns about any cases that arise in Darlington, the city of Darlington, that wouldn't be an issue. First of all, she works in Marlboro, but just like myself or Robert does, if there's something that arises in the city of Darlington, we can't take those cases. In the county, we can, general sessions or whatever, but not anything that arises in the city. I can't imagine that would be a problem over in Marlboro. I can't imagine a case where, I'm sure it would happen, but it would be very seldom that a case that arises in the city of Darlington would end up in Marlboro, general sessions where she works at. But again, this just requires a vote. It doesn't require any sort of advertising or anything like that. And it's been about a month, and it may be 2 months. Robert and I, again, we've gone over this numerous times, and we've just come to the decision. And Robert deals with this more than I do. And there certainly is some civil stuff that goes on, but it's very minuscule. Mostly what we're dealing with up there is going to be criminal-related stuff. And of course, she's already been in that world for 5 years. As you can see by her resume, she's always worked at the public defender's office. So she's also, what we were looking for is somebody who it just came from a certain perspective of trying to help folks, and she's got that. And again, she'd be absolutely excellent as your city judge. But we need to get somebody in sooner rather than later. Trying to think if I missed it. It doesn't have to be a citizen under statute. She lives in Florence. Her husband is from Darlington originally. And again, we don't need to advertise.
I think we had Taft Lyle for one period of time.
Taft was in here before he passed, as a matter of fact. Yeah, so, and I think Taft was kind of a stopgap. We had,
Yeah, but he was clearly not from Darlington.
No, sir. No, sir.
They got a sign for him on the River Road.
I missed Taft, but this is just something, again, from my conversations with Robert, I deal with a good bit with criminal in court and all that, but Robert deals with a lot more than I do. So just kind of expressing his wishes as well. We just like to go ahead and get her in. She would have to go to judges school. She understands all that. The terms, whatever Mark's terms were, she would be willing to go. She doesn't want any additional monies or anything, so whatever Mark's terms were, she would go along with that as well. So we just ask a vote be done on this matter and try to go ahead and
Mark is not officially resigned.
I'm not 100, and Ms. Hawkins, you may know, has he officially resigned at this point? He is not, but again, I
It's
think.
just mentioned to the clerk and I.
Yes, ma'am. But he has, for the last 2 months, I think the reason he's staying on board is just to keep some cohesiveness on this. But he will be stepping down. And I'm assuming that.
What's his term was from I'm assuming.
It's 2 to 4. You can do 2-year terms or you can do 4 years.
I think we did a 2 for him.
I believe that's correct, yes.
And I can't remember whether she is filling his term, and then we'll come up at some point in 26 where, because I think Mark's been on for 2 years. Or
It may be a 4-year term. I'm not sure what again, you can do 2 or 4 under statute, so I'm not sure what they did. But, you know.
I think us is like.
But I do know he is, I mean, he would step down 2 months ago or whenever it was that Robert and I had, but again, he's been a gentleman about this while we've been trying to figure out who could step in. But yeah, he wants to get onto his practice.
I'm a motion to approve Mariana White as the assistant judge.
I'll
To
second.
fill the balance of Mark James's term upon his resignation. Because I think we only run 2 at a time. Or have we got any limitations in our ordinance as to how many assistant judges?
Mark's been here 4 years.
Mark's been here 4 years.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I mean, again, 3.5, whatever it is. But
Mark was hired by, Howard.
Yeah.
I can remember talking to him, see if.
It's been quite some time.
It's been a while.
I mean, again, I would propose, definitely whatever the period of time that he has left, and if y'all wanna do 2 years, 4 years, whatever y'all wanna do at that time, that's fine. I mean, she doesn't mind coming back in front of you.
I will amend my agenda as judge requested. I'm sorry, amend my motion.
It's been a long day.
I'm frustrated. This is not how council should go.
I'll second your amended motion.
Does that include the frustration?
So do we have a motion to hire her? Or
We do. There's been a second and I motioned it.
you made a motion, Mrs. Reed made a second, correct? Mrs. Reed made a second. Mr. Milling? Mrs. Reed made a second.
Oh, she had the
She
second.
already said yes. She was there, yes. Okay, Mrs. McCraven, Mr. Seegers, Mrs. Backus, okay, aye, motion carried.
Thank y'all.
Welcome, thank you. City manager's report, Ms. Hoggins.
Due to the lengthy time of this meeting,
Thank you.
I will forego any comments at this time other than to say to lift up the McCray family in your prayers at this time, their time of bereavement. Thank you.
When the services, do you know when the services are?
All right, reminder of announcements, Tuesday, that's the meeting, the reminder of our meeting day. And Saturday, September the 27th, is 10 a.m. public forum, Harmon Baldwin Rec Center. We don't have that's our second meeting this week. We'll have a work session this second meeting this week. Right?
We do.
What day is that on?
16.
What day is it? 16th. So September 16th also is our work session.
I'd like to motion to adjourn.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. President? Mr. Reed? Back. Motion carried. Thank you.